Hello, hello, hello. I don't know why I went more German there. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. It is Sunday, but it's also, more importantly, it is November. And you know what I forgot? I was so used in a whole month to not needing to start PNG Tuber Plus. I was just like, why is there no model floating around when there should be a model floating around after I switching back from my Fugi in the preview? But now that's there. Huzzah. I hope everyone had a good weekend and a good week. For me, it's finally, for the next 2 weeks, a bit more calm. Because my... it sounds mean, but my brother and his kids left. Like the kids went back to their mother, and my brother went to be with his girlfriend. So I'll get to, relax a bit more, less stress. There's a bit of stress because my mom is currently sick, but because she's thick-headed and stoic like I am, a lot of times, that doesn't mean that she needs any special attention. If anything, she doesn't want to have any special attention, please just leave her alone, which I'm like, okay, I mean, you know where I live. And if you need anything, just yell or write me a message or I don't know. Anyways. Did anything else happen on the weekend? Yesterday was a weird day. Like the weather and everything just kind of made my I don't know, made the whole day kind of bleh. Like, or at least the first half of it, or first few hours. I was out. I got a pedicure. I treated myself to one. And after I came home and had breakfast, I just laid down back in bed. I wasn't even sleeping soundly. I was just like kind of like in and out, kind of like feeling blah, and just generally feeling blah. And then when I was back, like after a couple of hours, I was like, okay, might as well, like get back up. I had a reason for it. I think I just didn't want to lay in my bed anymore. I just like got up, I like did some things, I think, around the house. Oh, I was, no. So I was thinking of doing that while still laying in bed. And then I was asked to get some groceries as well as like do a small chore for my grandma. Which I did. And when I came back, I was like, Jesus Christ, I'm like covered in sweat. So I took a nice long hot shower. And oh my god, I felt amazing afterwards. I felt amazing afterwards, especially then after we had like dinner, shortly after. Hello, accuracy. First, nice. Let's go. First. Hello. How's it going? And then I played a lot of just Minecraft. just a bunch of Minecraft. Going good. Nice. Enjoyed the weekend. Need to make food, but keep holding it off. I mean, it's like past 10, so you should definitely have some dinner, yeah? Weekend good, nice. Just, I was like, put aside the Mintu for a second and focus on making some food, and after maybe you can pick it back up. Do I know whether or not you drink that? No. But it's so boring. I mean, what do you plan to make for dinner? It depends always on what you do. Just put on a podcast or, I don't know, a video. Man, I'm man living at home. I mean, yeah, true. It is nice to live at home, but it's also nice to live at, like, you know, it all has its advantages and disadvantages. I'm thinking of making some tortilla. Ooh, nice. I mean, that sounds, you know, not boring. Gotta fry some nice, either chicken or beef, I guess. Like, except making the making part chicken, nice. Yeah, see, you can like fry some chicken with some, like, what do you normally have? Like onion, garlic. Oh, always add garlic. Even if the recipe doesn't ask for garlic, add garlic. If it asks for garlic, add more garlic. Garlic is so goated, hell yeah. Like some paprika, you can like add some paprika, and I will just call it paprika because I know it's the same in Finnish. Like what else? What else you put in? Like, I mean, maybe don't fry some like cheese. You can put some like cheese in a tortilla, right? Oh, then again, maybe like if you just put it over the chicken, like just a bit of cheese, maybe. Why am I good at making like up shit for like food when I don't have to cook myself? What's wrong with that? Like whenever I have to think of food for myself, I'm like, I don't know. I can do like one thing, and it's fucking spaghetti. It's spaghetti with meat sauce. You're making me mad hungry. I mean, that's the idea. So you go and get yourself some food. Listen, you're the only one standing in the way of you and getting food. I already had food. I had leftovers. I had leftover duck with green beans, and I don't know what it would be in English. It's like a potato ball. Let's just call it a potato ball for simplicity's sake. I don't even know if it has an English name. I can look it up. I literally have a device in my hand that has internet capabilities. I'm like, I don't know what this is. Kartoffel. I can spell Knödel. English. What is this? I don't believe in the interweb. Potato dumpling. I see potato dumplings doesn't. Like, I love how even the summary is like, yeah, it's like best translated to like potato dumplings, but like usually people say like German potato dumplings. I mean, you can just buy them like finished. You get them like prepared, and then you just dump them in like water, boil them, and then all you have to do is like peel them out of their like net/packaging. And like, fun fact, when I was a kid, I didn't really like potato dumplings. I think it was mostly just the texture of them, because they were kind of like sticky and slimy, and I was like, I don't want that. Maybe it was also just I wanted to not like them. Maybe that was it. And now I'm like, yeah, they're right. I still, I think, prepare potatoes over them, but I can eat them. Anyways. Anyhow. You make food and I will start the game. Bam! Also, we're back to this. We're back to my normal model again, because it's no longer Halloween. Fine, I'll do it. What's with all the brats? Like, around. Like, Jesus Christ. Anyways, so we met Tamika. Who's like sexy, lovely, pretty, gangrel vampire, and she's like, I know something, and we're like, well, okay, tell us. She's like, no. We're like, fuck. Hello, Bram. Maybe I was just a little shit. Most adults about this at least one aspect of their childhood. I mean, it's true. Let's be fair. How many times you look back and you're like, part of it wasn't because I was angry or anything. It was just because I was a little shit. I was just being a brat because I could. But she was like, okay, I want to get out of the city, and we're like, well, we can help you there because we're kind of the immigration officer and we have an illegal way out as well. And she's like, okay, but like, I assume you don't just want to do that before I give you the info. We're like, yeah, no. She's like, okay. How about I let you meet this dude, and because we had a thing, you just talk to him and ask him for my ring back. And then you meet him, and I get my thing back, so it's like win-win, and then we can still do the thing after, because now we found out that we, you know. So this is where we ended. Boom boom. Bang bang. Or to quote the gym teacher from Gabriel Iglesias' show, which I forgot what it's called. Bingo Bango. Great show, by the way, if you haven't watched it. I can't find out the name if anyone is interested. I think it's just Mr. Iglesias. Even. I'm just chilling at Torque's when suddenly a shrill, loud voice pierces my eardrums. Right, we wanted to talk to Torque. And what the hell are you doing here? Oh yay, it's the pissy lady from Torque's Inner Circles. I'm here to see Torque. Are you always this pissed off? You know what? Yes. It's probably not good to antagonize her, but like, really, we also haven't had the best of times, so... Are you always this pissed off? Only when Ivory Tower bootlickers pop up to ruin my day. If you want me to act happier, make yourself scarce. Scare? Scarce? English makes no sense. No can do. Your boss let me in here. What the hell he did? Get out. Mia, it's okay. I don't know what voice we gave him. Okay, wait. I want to give him, like, I try to give him a sultry deep voice. Mia, it's okay. There he is, walking through the door, one of the most infamous New York City barons. Or as some people started calling him, the moment Callahan met his end, the Baron of New York City. Torque, we've talked about this, The situation is a little bit different now. Tamika sent her. What bullshit? I wasn't able to track her down for weeks. Well, I did. This is a reason to celebrate, not to get mad. Now, if you allowed the two of us to have a private conversation. He looks so extra. He is so... Look at his fucking suit. He is the most extravagant and extra just in general, like, pimp looking ass. No way. I want to keep an eye on her. You will keep an eye on her, on the exit, and that will be enough. Please. He puts on his best authoritative tone and it works. No process this time. Mia leaves the room. I'm sorry about her. She can be overzealous, but usually that's not a bad thing. missed something? I'm not sure. I know I clicked the button, but I'm not sure if I actually skipped something. Nope, I didn't. Okay, good. Yeah, sure. So, has she told you I've been trying to reach you for a few nights? I don't think so. Have you? Well, I'm the dumbass the court ordered to investigate Callahan's final death, so consider your connection to the case. I thought it would be prudent for us to talk. So that's you. Yeah. Now, I know you're probably anxious to hear about Tamika. I'm surprised to hear you two know each other. We actually met through this investigation. Anyway, as I was saying, I know you probably can't wait to hear about her, but I'd like to ask you a few questions first. Understand. Do your job. Did you know Douglas Callahan? Of course I did. We were both barons, kept having professional obligations to meet each other. But that was it. What was your private opinion of him? Same as everyone else's. A racist clown mentally stuck in the 19th century who spent too much time keeping the anarchs down. I'm glad he's gone. You mean you're glad he met final death? Well, you know what they say. Hate to see you go, love to watch you leave. Weren't you the first kindred who saw his corpse? I was, but it was his ghouls who found him. By the way, we've established that some of them tampered with the crime scene. They were probably disciplined for that. Oh, they were properly disciplined for that. Convenient story. Let's move on. What's your alibi for that night? None. I was running around town the entire night, taking care of various issues, unrelated to Callahan, but I don't intend to divulge them to someone from the Ivory Tower. So you have no interest in proving your innocence? My official position was made clear. It's the Camarilla who are to blame. It's your job to prove me wrong. Kurwa. Mak. I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's Polish. I don't know. It's like maybe a C, maybe a C, SCH. Wait, let me. It doesn't even turn up on my phone. What the fuck? Is it S? Kurwa. Fuck. Do they have... How do you... Okay, so it is just shit. It's just a more version of shit. It makes it more vulgar. Mutt. Okay, so it's a T sound. Okay, interesting. Gotta love Polish. Makes no sense for me. Kurwa mać. At least for once, can I face a problem that can be solved with pure logic, not politics? Any findings on your side I should know of? Ask Mia. She's the one who handled the murder scene. I'm not privy to all the details. Hope, D'Angelo, Agathon. Any idea who these people are? Can't recall. Sorry. The evidence I found suggests a potential link between Callahan and Tamika. Any clue? I knew both of them very well. But as far as I know, they've never met. That's it. Oh, well. Not sure what I expected. He's the kind of guy that could only be pushed to talk if I had something concrete to push him with. Time to move on. Well, regarding Tamika, finally. Hello Lofty, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. I'll cut straight to the chase. She wanted to inform you she will be skipping town for a while. The SI is hot on her trail, and she needs to lose them ASAP. Oh boy, I've told her countless times, if she's in danger I will always be there for her. Does she think she can find a secure way out of the city in this situation? She's safe. So you say. She's got some other friends in high places. She'll manage to get out. Gotta admit, that's not what I expected to hear or what I wanted to hear. Why did she decide to contact me? She wants her ring back. His aura changes in a blink of an eye. I see now. So that's why she didn't show up herself. Wouldn't even face me when delivering the final insult. Uh-oh, looks like I stepped on a landmine. Yeah, it does sound like it. She said the ring was a symbol of the trust she put in me. No way in hell I'm going to give it away. Not until she gives me the chance to explain myself. I need that ring to get Tamika to talk, but with the way he's acting, it doesn't seem likely he'd be willing to part with it. It might require me to act shitty, but maybe time to change my approach. Lie, lie, lie through your teeth. No. Be brutally honest. Ooh, do we... No, because lies just get called back on you. You're just honest. I'm a fan of, like, brutal honesty over, like, lying. Lies you need to keep up. Honesty is just there. Nothing to keep up, right? It just stays. Fuck it. Here we go. We just became honesty is the best policy. I make her such a weird goody two-shoe character, not a too bad cop shtick, glass half full, loyal to the end, honest is the best policy. Listen, you're obviously the hottest new thing in town. People like you, people follow you. You're set to be the NR people think of when they think of New York City. Good for you. But you're obviously way behind when it comes to understanding relationships. Tamika gave it a serious try. She understood her path. She understood yours. She realized they're diametrically opposed. And that's that. You're not going to change her mind by acting like a toxic shithead and forcing her to come grovel at your feet if she wants to get back something that has a great sentimental value to her. Tell him! Heck yeah! Rip him apart! You want to earn her trust again? Don't act like a power-tripping asshole. Show her you're capable of responding to her concerns and that you're capable of being selfless. That's the only thing you can do to change her mind. Sorry. Okay, I'm done. ... Ah, fuck me in my big mouth. Oh, wait. ... He approaches the door and throws it wide open. Mia! Yes, boss. Yes, boss. We're done here. Lead the lady out as quickly as possible. Yes, boss. ... I have a lot of things I'd say to describe his behavior, but I don't want to cause a diplomatic incident. No need. I'm going. Thank you for your time. Tell her I'll show her she's wrong. Tell her I will prove myself worthy of that ring if it's the last thing I do. Whatever. Let myself be led out of the building by Mia. Another mission failed. Time to meet Tamika and tell her the bad news. I find her already waiting in front of the Jewish museum. How did it go? I completely forgot what voice I gave her. How did it go? I think something like that, maybe. Maybe put this way. I'm not surprised you dumped him. So you did not succeed. Nah, he's got mad and started yelling about how he will yet prove himself to be worthy of that gift. Then he ran me out of the building. Is she trying to stop herself from laughing? What's so funny? Nothing. I'll be honest, I kind of expected that. It's just nice to get a definite confirmation. He's still a bit of a toxic asshole. That's all. Well, glad I fell for the oldest trick in the book. Would be cool if for once a kindred telling me to do one thing didn't mean another thing entirely. Oh, don't be mad. I wanted to be sure of something, and now I am. As far as I'm concerned, you've kept your end of the bargain. It's time to repay the favor. Last year, a certain fledgling appeared in the city and attempted to build a coterie. The least you found on Callahan? That's the least they've got. Fledgling. A baby vampire. Aww. I.e., one so new who has figured out so little. They still need their sire to protect them. My status as a fledgling was cut short by Karen's swift departure. I had to learn the ropes on my own, and most of those lessons weren't pleasant. They contacted each of us, then found themselves in deep shit. As the High Kaiser Sophie Langley, some shadow players manipulating everything from behind the scenes. Then they disappeared. Yeah. Kaiser, that name popping up once again, it can't be a coincidence. No one knows where or why. Doesn't really matter. What happens when you punch way above your height? That happens when you punch way above your weight. Hope they're doing fine despite all odds. In any case, Torque got involved too. That's how I met him actually. He got hurt. Didn't want to say how, claimed it could put anyone who knew in danger. Whatever happened, it gave him the drive and the desire for change. For 2 months, he was beautiful kindred, plain and simple. But suddenly something in him snapped overnight. His tone mellowed out, his actions became timid, his language became more befitting of a political science student than a charismatic leader. I assumed he met someone who made him an offer he couldn't refuse, but I had no idea who that was. And then one night I followed him when he went out, and I saw him scheming at the docks with Callahan. When he came back, we had an argument. When he refused to explain himself, I knew I was on my own, on my way out. And that was that. I understand. I wish I'd known that earlier. I'd have confronted facts with him and learned something more. He never told me. Of all kindred, what makes you think he would have told you? She's got a point, I suppose. Alright, thank you. Now it's my turn. Here's your way out. I point at the manhole below our feet. Here's a map of the sewers. Follow the route, then burn it. You'll be looking for a one-eyed Nosferatu wearing tactical gear. Tell him I sent you, then give him the agreed-upon amount of money. What kind of route will I be taking anyway? An armored van full of precious coffins. My man knows how to arrange them to allow for unnoticed extra cargo. Her face darkens. The circulatory system? What did you expect? The rich and powerful always get the blood they want, one way or another. At least tonight, one of their routes will be used for something good. She drops her shoulder in resignation and opens up the manhole cover. Fine. But remember, if it doesn't work, I'll be back at your doorsteps with a vengeance, if it's the last thing I'll do. I'm sure it will work out fine. Just beware of a giant albino ghoul alligator while you're down there. Tamika rolls her eyes. Sewer ghoul alligator. For your information, it's just a story New York can retell to neonates to mess with him while they're still gullible enough to believe anything they hear about their new world. Sewer ghoul alligator. Oh, that makes sense, I suppose. Well, this is a goodbye. If in a few months you hear that the First Light presence in Los Angeles has been decimated, assume that against all odds, I'm still unalive and kicking. If you keep killing indiscriminately, you might cross a line of no return, you know? Shouldn't you take it easy for a while? Not until my brothers and sisters in blood stop being slaughtered. I care about what's left of my humanity. But turning a blind eye to on kindred in need would be even less human. So that's the kind of person she is, and probably will be until the very end. It must be comforting in a way, to know how your path will end, yet to follow it all the way, all the same. I could never do that. No, we could. Here is some parting advice for you. We might be monsters, but we were lucky enough to be born into a world that's even more monstrous than we are. If we rebel against it, we might still find salvation. Deep. If only I could believe it. Didn't expect the preaching tone. Why are you telling me this? Because I think I have a pretty good nose for people's aura. And when it comes to good look, and when I take a good look at you, ... Somehow I have a feeling you're a surprisingly decent person. Whatever way of unlife you choose, I hope you don't change it, and that you remember my advice. That's the last thing I expected her to say. I don't really know what decent things I've done lately. See you in your next life, Julia. Safe travels, Tamika. I skipped tonight's visits to the church. I'm not in the mood to see Benoit. I'm still embarrassed about yesterday's outburst. And I'm kind of pissed none of the clan elders in Chicago bothered to reply to any of my fucking reports. No advice, no feedback, nothing. I feel like I was left utterly alone. Besides, it's late. I always get back to the apartment early in the morning, right before it gets bright. It's getting risky to be out here so close to sunrise. Accidents can happen. I'll try to get back earlier tomorrow night. Attempt to surprise Dakota. Yeah! I'm back! Yay! How will it work? All caught up? Eh. I managed to get all my deadlines postponed. All our clients are cancelling and delaying orders left and right. Huh? Does that mean you have time to help me with my makeup tomorrow? We'll see. Perfect. Alright, I need to disappear before the sun catches up with me. Hey. Yeah? I love you. Oh. An uneasy silence fills the room. I'm not getting out of this one, am I? Oh no, baby. Nope. I have to. I didn't lie to the Baron of New York City tonight, so I'm not going to lie to her. I know. She flashes a sad, forced smile as I leave to rest. Oh! Ow. That hurt. So I just got the achievement Anarchy in New York City. Take a crash course in disillusionment. Oh no. Are we sure it's a good idea to rest in the same room, in the same house as this lady right now? Ooh. I finally reached Big Beat Burger, hoping to recuperate from all the mental damage accumulated over the past few days. Only to find out the doors are locked and nobody's inside. No, 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 I need to be soothed. I need my routine. You've absolutely got to be kidding me. Closed? What the fuck do you mean closed? I mean, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Everything's closed. Bad girl. Pandemic? What pandemic? Do you live under a fucking rock? It's a new SARS virus, straight from China. The whole world is going crazy over it. People are dying left and right. Holy shit. I didn't know something like this could still happen in this day and age. So it always felt like we were beyond it. Well, I guess it's lucky I'm dead. I walk away to avoid bringing more attention to myself. Did you just say that out loud? Now I understand why New York City feels downright apocalyptic right tonight. It's like a psychedelic experience to see these familiar streets empty and abandoned. Well, let's see what parts of the city are still alive in the middle of a plague. A familiar smile. It took just 2 days for the city to go the last man on Earth. I probably won't have a better chance to soak in the atmosphere. For a familiar smile or an aristocratic taste. All this melee, I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, spreading through the boroughs is putting me in a weird mood. Seems like I can't outrun it. So maybe I'll intensify it instead. Smallpox hospital. Here I come. No. He looks friendly. She looks... I don't know. Let's go find out what is happening. If someone asked me right at this moment how to define the meaning of the word eerie, I'd just look them straight in the eye and say, just take a look around, idiot. But with the exception of a few stray dogs, there's no one around to ask. This isn't the New York I've come to know. I can't help but perceive it as artificial. Real, but with an uncanny apocalyptic quality. Like a citywide roleplay of some trashy post-apo flick. Like, I was Will Smith in I'm Legend. Hell, this is probably the first time anybody has thought of I Am Legend in the last 10 years. The film version, anyways. True, it's been a while. I keep walking the empty streets until suddenly... Hey, Julia! Julia! I don't know who that is. The streets reveal themselves so less empty than I previously thought. Charlie? Jeez! Been a long time. Julia. Oh, isn't he the dude from the beginning? Julia, why are you so stupid? I don't know what voice I gave him. Thank you for the headpad. Fuse has been made. Let's go. Headpad no work? What the fuck? Wait. Why does it not work? Wait. Yeah, it does indeed not work. Now it does. There we go. I had the source hidden.
Julia, why are you so stupid?
Wow, that's not the line I choose to open a touching reunion with. How's the tortillas accuracy? Yeah, okay, let's do it like this. Bussin'. Jesus Christ. Your way of speaking, if I didn't get a, like, current slang, like, crash course in the beginning of the year, like, your way of speaking would be way too youthful for me. Really good. The last time we met, he was working at Karma Circle, one of those vegan places that pride themselves on hiring workers with disabilities. Went there for the first time 2 years ago or so with Dakota. Charles here was our waiter. He heard us arguing about something stupid and rushed to Dakota's defense. And in Charlie's mind, the best defense is merciless offense. He roasted my formal clothes, silly mannerism, general behavior, and specific arguments so ruthlessly, Dakota had a 10-minute-long laughing fit. The manager overheard him and apologized. But I didn't mind. I've always liked underdogs who can stand their ground. We even became online friends, so that we could roast each other on Messenger, when you can't do that using emojis alone. People are getting sick. You're irresponsible. I need to take you home. I was just headed there, Charlie. No need to worry about me. But I was worried. You never answer my messages these days. Yeah, that's not exactly an option right now, is it? Especially during the day. If you have to contact me, you need to do it through Dakota. I've decided not to use smartphones anymore. You know, to keep my head clearer and all. I think you just got tired of breaking them. You always were so clumsy. The screen always cracked. You were always thinking a lot while your hands were doing something stupid. As I said, ruthless. And is Dakota good? You two still gal pals? Guys, he's so dad awkward. You're like, I don't know how to say it, so are you still a gal pal with her? Gal pals? What, gal pals? Dude, really? Gal pals? Who told you to call us gal pals? I don't remember ever saying that. Gal pals. Dakota did. On WhatsApp. Ask her, Dakota, is Julia important to you? And she said she is. We are gal pals. That we are. Touching that you asked. That's good. You aren't practical. You are a Mesco. You need someone close to take care of you. Hello, Compel. Charlie is a Reddit mod. Oh my god, he might just be. What's up is the big 2025. No, this is in 2020. Like early 2020. So is there something wrong with WhatsApp? Is it now also old school to use WhatsApp? Did I miss the fact that no one... What the fuck? I use WhatsApp with everyone. It's how I contact people. Most of the time. What the fuck? The moment that Ursa realizes he has become a boomer. Psst. Come on. Is that the guy who still lives with his mom? Wow, okay, that's just rude. Nothing wrong with living with your mom. Yep, but the same. That's how I know. He says that with such an innocent smile and so much conviction. I feel thoroughly owned. Like I said, Reddit mod. No use fighting back. Switching to sincerity mode. It's just that... Don't tell her this, but I'm not sure if we're making each other happy, and that worries me, like, a lot, you know? It's cool to love your mom, right? Right? Like, if you get along with your mom, and you would live alone, why move out? Like, so, God, I had a similar discussion, I'll stop playing the game for a second. Not really discussion, but like... what's... Wait, why did I move out then? I don't know. With like a colleague who's younger than me, and he was like, yeah, but it could be like awkward if you bring like, if you like want to bring a girl over or like whatnot and like have a one night stand. I'm like, what? Anyone is younger than you. Not everyone is younger than me, excuse you. But it was like, okay, so if I were to bring anyone, if I were to go clubbing and if I were to bring anyone over, it would not be to my place. And also, if you cannot bring a girl home just because your mom is there, like, you're not man enough to bring a girl home. I could never see living with my parents again. I like living alone too much. I mean, see, that's fair. But the way I see it is, if I left, it would be me living alone. Pussy boy scared to show his parents well. Like, I would live alone. My mom would live alone. And my mom, like, doesn't need constant help at home, but like, you know, she has like different things going on with her body that like made her early retire. So me living with her is helpful for her because I get to help her. Also, that way, she's not alone, I'm not alone, we're not, you know, feeling alone. I get to take care with her of the dogs. And I don't know, like, I personally would have to pay much more rent if I were to move out than by just living with my mom. Because finding a place to rent or live in Berlin, it's way too fucking stressful. Like, why would I want to do that? Anyways, like, in my opinion, if you get along with your parents or with your mom, especially single mom or single dad, just everybody is different. Yeah, everyone is different. Fuck anyone who... That's the thing. It's not really judging, it's more like, I think they have their own opinions, and they are like, yeah, but like, it's good for your blah or something. It's like, yeah, but I don't need to move out to become like independent. I've lived alone for 10 months. I was in Finland alone for 10 months. I survived. But also, it was... Also, like, I don't need to live alone. It's much nicer to just have someone to potentially go to. And until my girlfriend, like, is here with me, I'm not even gonna think of, like, moving out. And the fact that my girlfriend gets along well with my mom, and my mom is very much up for her just moving in. I don't even after see a reason to, like, move out unless, like, you know, we're like, no, we want to, like, be on ourselves anyways. No, I don't think you're weird to prefer solitude. I don't need the company, but it's nice to have it as an option, is how I see it. Like, in the end, in my opinion, no one is weird. You just know what you prefer. And if what you prefer is being alone, then hey, that's just how you prefer it. Easy as that. Ha! That's because you're being stupid. Hey, I'm being honest now. Don't be mean. I prefer Earth. Aww. I swear to God, accuracy at some point I will come to Finland again. I will figure out a way to meet you. And you will both get bonked, but also get a hug. If I drank, I would say we can share a drink, but like, I'll drink water and you get to drink whatever you want. I take a hug. Heck yeah. I didn't say you're stupid, but that you're being stupid. There's a difference. I still don't get social media. This and YouTube is the closest thing to you have, and I am anonymous. I don't understand my generation's taking millions of Oh, same. Never get into social media. So, I don't get selfie postings or anything. I got used to taking selfies during like vacations, kind of as a joke of like, I have to prove that I'm actually here kind of selfie. So I take photos of my surroundings, of what I see. Most of it I still take in with my eyes, and then only I'm like, okay, this is maybe nice to show someone. And then at some points I just take a selfie of myself in front of the same scenery, as in like, see, I was actually here. But yeah, I never got Snapchat, I never got Instagram. Instagram now is just effectively a mixture between YouTube Shorts and Twitter, in my opinion. Or from what I get whenever I get like shared something, except it's more restrictive. I got into Twitter, I think in 2019 or something. And I literally only use it to follow artists. Didn't Instagram basically implode after they banned porn? That was Tumblr. Instagram never, I think, had much porn, or I'm not aware of it. But yeah, Tumblr did. Oh, there is. Okay. Well, see, I don't know. Don't ask how I know. Listen, you're an adult man. I don't have to ask how you know. Must have been Tumblr. But yeah, my Twitter is like art, VTubers, and animals usually, and dice. And I started literally only because of dice and animals, and like I think Iron Mouse posts maybe. But yeah, I have Facebook because I'm Generation Facebook, which I also got like relatively late, which I don't really use. So, anime girls as insects, you know it. You mean more insect as animal girls, but same. I have Facebook. Yeah, we know. Say you're old without saying that you're old. I have Facebook. I mean, okay, so I haven't, I think, updated anything on Facebook since 2017 or 16. And I only changed my profile picture to one I took in Finland. My sister recently updated her Facebook profile, which I found hilarious. Because it's not like she's using it. She's not posting anything there. I remember a woman at work a few days saying she tried to look me up on social media, told her good luck finding me. Yeah, I don't know. Like, for me it's literally just Discord. Profile pic and banner changes valid on Facebook. Is it? It's like, it's Twitter. I guess I have a Blue Sky, which I use even less than anything else. Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, but YouTube I don't say anything, I just post my VODs whenever I remember that I wanted to do that. And just watch videos on. And I don't know if Spotify counts as a social media. Aside from that, I don't have any social media. I'm never on Facebook except Marketplace and events. I never used events or Marketplace on Facebook. I guess that's something your mom says all the time, huh? Guys, hit me up on my on Spotify. Technically possible, I think. Like you can like have a jam together. You can jam together with your friends, which I've done with my ex. It was actually nice. When you're in your head for too long, you always trip over a glass of water or break your phone. That's when they call you stupid. When you argue or when you joke, that's good. That's progress. Jam is a good feature. Jam is a good feature, yeah. I guess? See? You're not stupid. You get it. Oh yeah, are you still a journalist? Me? No, they fired me. Good. Good? Seriously? Yeah. Mom reads Lodestar sometimes. She says it's trash. I'm happy you're not trash. Thank you. That means a lot. And, how is Karma Circle? You're still working there? Nope. They fired me. Oh. Devilish. Good. Because of the virus? Don't know. There's a new boss. A stupid guy. Doesn't like me. I hope you don't call him stupid to his face. Good. Yep, just like that. He throws me an impish side glance and moves his eyebrows up and down with comedic timing. But I did. God damn it. I snort uncontrollably. I'm not a snort laugher, but that is definitely a moment where you would snort laugh. Shit, Charlie, you're unbelievable. And how is your mom? She's sick and doesn't want me to come by her room. She sent me out to the pharmacy to get her medicine, you know? Fuck, I hope it's not serious. Well, this is America. A single cold is serious because, God forbid, you can see a doctor because of it. It's stupid. We have to take care of each other. We can't even see each other, you know? Now I feel like trash for wanting to complain about my own troubles. You doing good? Yeah, I'm strong. He poses like a macho man. I laugh. You stay strong too, Julia. And write something from time to time. No promises. Hey, if I'm forced to be an asshole to Dakota and we stop being gal pals, will you forgive me? Let me think. An exaggerated thinker pose. I swear this dude. I love him. I love Charlie. Oh my god. No. Then he turns away and disappears into the night. What the fuck? I love this dude. I swear I don't know how to handle this guy. He always has to have the final word. Even against a vampire. That's probably why I still respect him so much. Oh well, time to follow suit and make myself scarce. The time comes for me to meet up with Kadir, and hopefully D'Angelo too. The last position on my list. This better be good. And that is D'Angelo's agency. Looks like a dump. Blech. Perfect for the clan of the hidden. I thought he wasn't hidden. I thought he was missing, and to be honest, I kinda expected the worst. How would we look for him in the most obvious place? I've been asking around, and I've got a hunch. Just trust it and start looking. Fine. Who is D'Angelo anyway? He's a good man, a useful man, but it took me time to get used to him. He takes sleuthing very, very seriously. His thing is acting like a, idiosyncratic noir detective. I heard it helps him cope with something, but I never felt comfortable tackling the subject. This lighting looks like he has war paint on. Also, oh my god, I thought he had a goatee, but he just has a fucking mustache? Does he have a handlebar mustache? Kadir, my dude. No. This would have been bad as with a goatee, but like just a handlebar mustache? Bruh. No. No. Oh, Jesus. I cannot unsee it now. It doesn't sound too quirky by the city standards. Wait, what is that? There's a rat on the floor, frozen in an unnatural position. Weird shit. Let's examine it. Despite my disgust, I pick the rodent up. Now, that's what being an investigator is all about. Leave no stone unturned. Shut up. This is so gross. What have you found out? I take a close, hard look at the rat. It's alive, but from what I see, he's just stretching out and like grinding his teeth without a care in the world. That's called bruxing. What? When a rat chatters its teeth, it's bruxing. He's not acting panicked or aggressive, so I guess he's just happy. I look at his face. I don't know, his eyes keep coming out of the socket and going back in. It looks disgusting, like he's in a lot of pain. So he's boggling. He must be really content. How does he know so much about... Never mind, I'm getting an eerie feeling. This is weird, man. I have a feeling there's a kindred hiding nearby. Weird. My thoughts exactly. Kadir slowly approaches a secluded corner of the room. And there it is. He kicks a pile of clothes lying on the floor. I'm just a corpse. Leave me alone. I think I gave him a very raspy voice because he looked like a chain smoker. Lucky for you, we're all corpses here, D'Angelo. You're among friends. Clumsily, drunkenly, the pile of clothes transforms into an unkempt man who looks like he's suffering from some sort of skin disease. You know, a true friend would just bury me. Oh, buddy. Unlucky for you, we're not that kind of friends. Lucky, unlucky. My ass.
How did you guess I was here?
See, I've been asking around for the past few days. What I've learned is that for reasons that can be best described as nebulous, you've made a few enemies since last year. Thank you. Part of me wants to say shut up. But I'm trying to accept compliments and not deny them. So I'll tell you shut up, but thank you.
Yeah. Tell me something I don't know.
And one thing that caught my interest is how everyone has it on good authority that your place was raided a few times without you being found. Yet nobody has assumed responsibility for these acts.
Oh, doesn't this den always look like it was just raided? Don't blame anyone for making an educated assumption.
And the hunch these might be more than humors. Rumors. See, See, it sure looks like a convenient coincidence when everyone hears something that makes them look the other way. And coincidences are a no for fools.
Well, you've got my number and you can't see my ugly muck right in front of you. There's no use playing dumb, I suppose.
I agree. You seriously spent all these weeks holed up in here? Is the hunger not getting to you?
You've got a lot of critters around this area, and we've become chums. Some of these rats actually got addicted to the kiss. Come to me every night acting like coke hounds, begging for it.
Jesus Christ. The kiss, the fancy romantic word for taking a nice, deep drink of mortal blood. The recipients usually enjoy it almost as much as the bestowers, though not in the same way. For us, it's sustenance and taking care of a deeply rooted need. Most people I drink from end up dazed, but happy.
I've been getting them drunk, just to get some rush out of the feeding on them. Feels a bit like slathering a horrible burnt piece of pizza and ketchup. But in this situation, I'll take what I can get, yeah, Dick.
It's so gross, I fail to keep my poker face, he notices.
So who's the dame?
Julia Sovinsky, a detective investigating Baron Callahan's death. He raises his head for a short while to stare in Kadir's eyes and treat him with a vulgar snicker.
Patui. So somebody has finally put the old man on ice? Whoever did it did the world a huge favor.
Absolutely, but I got orders to establish who that was, and I've been stumbling in the dark for the past few days. We need your help.
I'll be damned. Your sleuth skills must really not be up to par if you're begging a bum for help.
It's an unusual case.
How so?
It's extremely political.
Blech. I ask how it's unusual.
It feels like the game was rigged against me from the start. Like I'm just bumbling around and achieving nothing while everybody laughs behind my back.
Jeez, you sound hopeless, kiddo. Haven't you ever read the Chandler book? That's how it always is. Just do your best and do the embarrassment and hope that you stumble on the answer by
Accidentally lets a metal flask in his hand slip out and fall to the floor, then struggles to pick it up. Kadir can't bear to watch. Have you ever played GBG 1 and 2? No, not yet. I mean, I started one of the two at least twice or so, but I never got far in. They're on my list, so maybe somewhere in 2053 or something. The mods for the games are crazy. I can only imagine. Older games have like an insane modding community. Same with Neverwinter Nights 1 and 2. Like the mods and worlds and campaigns that were created by people is like wild. God, what happened to you, Gianni? I've never seen you this low before.
Stress-related disorders causing a disruption in my routine. That's what I think a shrink would say. Happens when a lot of shady folk are out to put a stake through your chest.
Help us out. Tell us what you know and we might be able to help you in return.
Yeah, respect where it's due, miss, but I think it's going to be the other way around. I ain't telling the two of you shit, pardon my French, until I know I can count on some protection.
Gianni.
Don't you Gianni, Mika dear, all is my... I know your level, but I also know that your honor is one of the few things you care about. You want me to endanger myself? You put it on the line for me. And that's that. You either promise to extend your protection to me, or the moment you step away from here, I sneak away into the sewers. That's the last time you'll ever see me.
Kadir shoots me a weary side-eye glance. I know, he drives a hard bargain. Especially for someone whose sense of self-worth doesn't exactly appear to be sky-high at the moment.
Maybe, but I do value my own life quite a lot. Thank you very much, friends.
Kadir sighs. Alright, but 3 months from now on, or the moment Prince Penhard tells me it's no longer possible for the court to offer you safety without compromising its principles. You're on your own. No negotiations. That's the only deal I can strike with you. Take it or leave it. One of my favorite games, Wheels of Eternity 1, has a few mods and no mod support. No! It's wild how, like, games that strike me as it would work so well if they just had, like, a mod engine. Like, same with... God, imagine if, like, the Larian games, like Divinity, Original Sin 1 and 2, and Baldur's Gate, would have, like, would enable mod support. Like, where you could, like, make your own little map, like, your own little campaign. It would be so good. D'Angelo scratches his head, grunts loudly, tucks on his mask, and stands up.
It's Jake with me, big fella. I might have strong opinions about Penhard, but hell, I'm sitting on dynamite. I'll take what I can get.
Who else in New York City, in New York, would you rather rely on? You want me to call the mayor?
My opinions about the prince aren't that bad. So, what do you good folks want from me?
Who wants you dead?
Starting the interrogation with the tricky one. Wouldn't I like to know?
Step up, Gianni. You seem to be forgetting quid pro quo works. Wouldn't I like to know? Won't cut it.
What can I tell you? What warlock, Agathion, or whatever his name is, presumed dead. Tamika, MIA, with SI on her back, so possibly killed in action by now. Hope, the cook, in her office under Vander Weyden's skirt. Around the time they started having trouble, some rough-looking streetwise kindred started hanging out in my usual spots. Didn't take me long to connect the dots.
Let me pour myself something to drink. Drink pouring ASMR here. but only low budget ASMR. Wait, what is the connection between you and those three?
Ever since last year, folks started hiring us for various gigs. Some even trying to get us to join their coteries. All of those opportunities were rather short-lived. However, the delicate tightrope act of working for various employers made us fully aware there's an intra-sect alliance in New York City. Kindred from both sides often work for the same goal without knowing it. The moment we started figuring it all out, a cleanup crew went downtown. The series of warlock boys sniffed something out in his own backyard, but then, poof, he disappeared. Then I lost all contact with Hope and Tamika and went AWOL. Hope they're doing fine, and they didn't snitch on me to anybody.
They are, and they didn't even tell me you guys knew each other, so I think you're safe.
Huh? Wait a second. What were you milking him for intel, kiddo?
I found a list of 4 names on Callahan's remains. You can probably guess what they were.
I get the picture, yeah. Christ almighty.
I've heard it was just a list of freelancers, potential associates, probably prepared by Carter Veneraden.
No money's on him being involved, but I smell bullshit. Have you got any idea who might have done the boss in? Any more clues?
None at all. That's where we want you to come in, friend. Investigate the murder scene, the way only you know how. Tell us what you think. Guide Julia in the proper direction. D'Angelo sizes me up, scratching his head.
Sure, whatever. I'll try my best, kiddo. Lead the way.
I'll drive you there, or at least as close as possible. I wouldn't be welcome that deep in Anarch territory. Just clean yourself up a bit, Gianni. I just had my upholstery cleaned earlier this week. Dot. We really needed that. What was that? Well, whatever. After dropping us off at the same place Catherine first introduced me to Mia, Kadir quickly drives away. Here we are.
Swell. Classic closed room mystery. Let me take a look.
He starts walking around the office, carefully taking in every element.
So you're saying you're basically a nobody, but you can simply call Catherine Weiss and have her open Sesame and Anarch Crypt for you? Dunno. Sure sounds like somebody to me.
Don't misunderstand. I only met her during the course of this investigation. Everyone's basically been treating me like dirt wherever I go, and I'm only acknowledged enough to legitimize this sham.
Lord Castlereac. What the fuck?
Now, that was an abrupt interruption. I was busy sharing. Damn it. Excuse me? He's pointing at the painting of the man overseeing his entire office.
I met Murder on the way. He had a mask like Castlereac. Very smooth, he looked very yet grim. 7 bloodhounds followed him.
Castlereagh, on the way, Castlereagh, probably then another yak. Because it's rhyming. He seems to have completely switched his modus operandi upon seeing the murder scene. He's in his own little world, and his behavior has become more machine-like, erratic. I still don't follow.
I never knew the old Irish coot was from the Napoleonic era. Then again, I've no idea about his exact age, of course. So maybe that's when he lived, or was born. Anyhow.
Pay minimal attention to me, alright? Who am I looking at here?
Right. That's one Castlereagh. Born as Robert Stewart, British Secretary of State of Foreign Affairs at the beginning of the 19th century. Incredibly influential, incredibly hated. Ask one fellow about Castlereagh, and he'll tell you he was the man who destroyed Napoleon for good, the man who shaped British politics for ages, the man who built foundations for European unity at Vienna. Ask another fella, and he'll tell you he was the man who destroyed the Irish Parliament, the man who cracked down on any possibility to reform, and then supported the cavalry massacring peaceful protesters.
He's spouting these facts like a computer. Is that the hint of a detective's photographic memory?
I have to say, it's downright perverted for an Irishman to put up Castlereagh's portrait in his office. Definite proof that our victim was sick in the head. As if we needed more evidence there. Probably idolized him too. Maybe identified with him, even. Yeah, it's possible. Callahan and his ilk adored these jagoffs who strive to reach across the aisle and achieve heart compromises. Too bad nobody else even ever remembers them well.
I feel like I should say something. I've got this nagging feeling in the back of my mind. How did he die? How did he die?
Committed suicide in the 1820s. Somebody took every sharp item away from him, but he was, well, dedicated.
Why did he do it?
Pressures mounting from all sides, deserved hate coming from all sides. Plain old overwork. Also might have gone nuts. Kept saying he saw ghosts, otherworldly silhouettes were guiding him, yada yada.
An unpleasant feeling grows in my stomach.
Also, there's a rumor someone was threatening to expose him as a homosexual, having to choose between being publicly denounced and ending it all by his own hand. He chose the latter.
Well, that's just depressing.
Maybe, but the silver lining is it couldn't have happened to a nicer fella.
He stops above Callahan's corpse and laughs.
Posterity will ne'er survey a nobler grave than this. Here lie the bones of Castlereagh. Stop, traveller, and piss.
And he kicks his bones with glee, causing me to jump a little. Is he still under the influence? Isn't that tampering with the crime scene?
Kiddo, as far as I can see, this crime scene has been fucked with 3 times over. Can't really be ruined more than this it already has.
I agree, but it looked about the same the last time I was here.
Then I was really totally a mess before you even got here. Whatever.
Standing by the metal shutters on the window, he abruptly changes the topic.
Lightproof. Have you toyed with these?
Nope, I avoid machinery like that. It doesn't like me, and I don't like it.
They don't like you?
They don't work properly. It's like I give technology an allergy. Sometimes industrial cameras mess up my face. Sometimes I can't use a phone. You think it could be useful, but it's just a curse.
I see. Think these blinds could have been the murder weapon?
Hadn't crossed my mind. The thought hadn't crossed my mind, to be honest.
Then let me explain. Let's say for some reason our stiff was standing there as the sun was rising. Maybe staring at poor old Castlereagh, looking for a soulmate to accompany him to the other side. Yet another guy pushed to suicide by politics. Pretty old school, romantic, yada yada. Or maybe it was torpor, or maybe it was a freak accident, or maybe it was premeditated. In any case, sunlight would be a perfect murder weapon, no?
Takes off the mask to shoot a disfigured smile. I'ma have to bounce. Have an assignment that good luck with the assignment. Take care and thanks for dropping by. Bye-bye. He takes off the mask to shoot a disfigured smile my way.
Well, that's just a theory anyway.
Well, it sounds sound.
Does it? Because I was just spitballing. It's practically impossible to make certain now, kiddo. The most logical cause of final death would be damage to the heart, and it can easily be done without damage to the skeleton.
And he sets off with a wink. What is he playing at here?
Safe. Anyone made a crack at it yet?
As far as I know, only Callahan knew the code, and the safe itself is pretty hard to crack.
Watch me, kiddo.
He presses an ear to the safe and slowly begins to rotate the dial. Stop clowning around. You're a safe cracker now?
When you're cursed with countenance such as mine, you decide on a job such as mine. You've got to be a jack of all trades.
Yeah, but still sounds pretty hard.
Last year there was a random fella visiting the Heritage Museum in Alberta, and a safe that hasn't been opened in 40 years. Not a single specialist, nor even a blacksmith could handle it. The man just studied the numbering, listened closely to the mechanism, attempted the most sensible combinations, and voila! The unthinkable happened. That's where just trusting your instinct leads ya. Too bad he found nothing inside but an old page sheet.
A metallic screech. The door is open. I'll be damned.
And it looks like we've got the same guys here. Confetti or few random papers scattered around. For what it's worth, the lock has obviously traces of metallic manipulation, probably recent too. Reeks of foul play. But what do we know for sure, really? I'm done here. You can take over.
Another wink, another walk in a random direction. I look inside the safe. Quite spacious. His voice is more difficult on my throat, on the long term. It's not difficult, but it's like a bit taxing. Because it dries it out. I haphazardly grab everything that's left inside the safe and hide it on my person. Then close the door so that nobody knows he managed to crack it. When I turn around, he's motioning me to come closer to a sheet of paper lying on the desk.
So, yeah. You probably know the entire beeswax about Schrodinger's cat, so I'm not gonna bore you with that, but honestly, anything could have happened here.
I read the text he's written on the empty page.
This place is wired.
It gives me chills. I think I'm okay. I've tried to record my own voice a bunch of times on different hardware just to see if I can. Mostly comes out as noise. He nods, then starts scribbling something else as he continues blabbering on and on.
The best strategy would be to make an educated guess about what happened here, then interrogate everyone about it. Maybe you'll take someone by surprise, drop a hook on them.
Hello Yoko, good morning. Good morning, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope the work is going good.
The wiretap is a chip in the broken glass bottle on the floor. Absolutely sure it belongs to Kaiser.
Kaiser, the elusive information broker, the talk of the city, finally got an excuse to nab him. Understand. I think I have an idea how to use it to find him. Should I notify Kadir? Scribble, scribble. Takes longer than before.
So yeah, I'll be meeting up with Kadir. You stay here, sister. Maybe there's something you've been missing. Yoko, though, you're going beyond his jurisdiction, so he will try to stop you. Whatever you do, just give me a 10-minute heads up, so I can get to relative safety.
For sure.
So, back into the sheriff's custody for me. See you around, Julia. Sorry this old codger couldn't have been more helpful.
Eventually. Let Kadir know. If I don't contact him in 2 hours, let Kadir know what happened. I'll be going. ... I've got a plan. Now all I need to execute it is a clueless bystander. This guy will do. Do you, need me for anything else? Not really. Better take a hike before the guy you've just called shows up. I can't guarantee he won't make you heard. Will do. He puts his head down and obediently trots away down the street. I might have messed with his head a little too much using my wily kindred charms, but I needed him to tell Kaiser where I want to meet, quite clearly multiple times. I would have given him the kiss as thanks as least, but I told the big man I won't be here all night, that he'd better hurry up, so I want to be ready whenever he comes. Less than 15 minutes later, a menacing black limo takes a fast, sharp turn into my street and stops right in front of me. Suddenly, something like an acid flashback hits me. I know this limo. I've seen it all around over the past few days, but never thought it might be tailing me. Still, it must have. Looks like I'm finally about to get some answers. Doors open, and the raspy voice comes from inside. Drinking before I need a raspy voice, very smart.
Get the fuck in, Savinsky.
I smile and accept the invitation. There he is, Kaiser, the king of New York's city's information highways, surrounded by screens, speakers, and newfangled technological gizmos of all kinds. First impression, he's one repulsive son of a bitch. D'Angelo was also a sewer rat, and he might have had a similar physical disadvantages, but at least he was wholly endearing. For this guy, there's no room for any kind of sentiment. He's inhumanly cold, and I get the feeling he's been like this for ages.
You're getting on my nerves, little lady, and I'm far from being the only one.
I get the sense he meant for all this to be threatening. Instead, I'm elated. After a week of running around like a headless chicken, unsure if I was getting anywhere, finally, I get a compliment. If there's one thing I learned back in Lodestar, it was that you only know you're doing your job correctly when someone powerful gets visibly mad. I have no idea what you mean.
No need to play dumb, especially considering you're a natural. The Ardhole double spiral, the SI torques, then what does it feel to have made enemies absolutely everywhere?
He scoffs at me with pure contempt.
Listen, I will speak as plainly as humanly possible to get this through your little head. Since it's obvious you're not willing to read the obvious signals. You were hired for one thing, and the one thing only, little lady, to suck at your job. And you couldn't even do that correctly. People keep stopping by my limo this week telling me, Kaiser, dear Kaiser, we keep trying to make her understand how hopeless she is, but she just won't get a clue. She doesn't have any evidence, she doesn't have any testimony, but she still goes around knocking on everyone's door, causing disturbances. It's a fucking headache. Usually I try to be a jovial host, so I cheer them up. She's not that much of a dunce, I say. She's making mountains out of molehills to make herself seem useful, I say. She's about to stop. But you, in your infinite idiocy, decided to prove me wrong in the most spectacular fashion. by knocking on my very own door, forcing my hand, threatening me even. Are you autistic or something, huh? Can't read basic fucking social clues? Stop for 1 second and ask yourself, cui bono? Who even fucking wants you to solve anything, let alone this case? See, this city has a delicate system set in place. Usually it's flawless, but ever since you started tinkering with it, it's been having these irritating malfunctions and it's driving people.
Are you done? I love how little she's giving a shit. A weird, disgusting sound, something between a gargle and bark, escapes his throat.
Unbelievable.
All I'm hearing is that you're in possession of some information that might help me solve the puzzle I was presented with. If that's the case, I'm going to ask you to share it.
I swear, you're absolutely irredeemable, you fucking garbage dump of a woman. How do I get through all the rubbish in your head to drive my point in? Don't you know who I am?
I want to see your higher-ups. No, we're no longer Karen, that was last time. You are the one who had Callahan's face wired. Tell me the truth or else. Nah, we're not or elsing him. You're the one who had Callahan's place wired. Again. Honesty is the best policy. And also no bad cop. Oh, I know who you are. You're the person who had Callahan's place wired, which makes you a possible witness of sorts, or even a suspect.
Sir, for Christ's sake, woman, get real. Even if your accusations were correct, then who, pray tell, who would you report them to? Do you even know what kind of people I answer to?
No. Care to acquaint us?
Is it really what you want? You want to know who pulls the strings? Give me 10 minutes and I can arrange a meeting, but this is your last chance to turn back. If you don't, I can tell you now you're going to be sorry.
The big kahuna. Finally, now we're talking.
Yes, the big kahuna. So this is your final answer, huh?
Absolutely.
Unbelievable.
He takes out his phone and begins furiously typing. I relax in the seat. Finally, we're getting somewhere. She's like, I don't give a shit. It might be dangerous, yeah, but at least I will finally get a clue of what's going on.
I'm just saying, this is the point of no return. The boss doesn't fuck around. Best case, you're going to beg him to take you in.
Whatever, he keeps grumbling under his breath, but I'm not even listening. I just watch the streets go by. ... Until out of the blue I experience a strong sense of foreboding. ... I first spot her in the corner of my eye. She's hovering right next to Kaiser with an expression that's impossible to discern. When she speaks, her voice is machine-like, yet otherworldly.
Fine. We are 5 minutes away or so. Get the boys ready to give her the Mel Gibson special.
Hello, Wolf. How's it going? How's it going? The moment he puts away his phone, the silhouette disappears.
We're 5 minutes away. Better start figuring out the ways you might prove yourself useful to the honcho.
There's no honcho. Oh my god, of course this motherfucker is setting me up. I need to get out of here now. I do the first thing that comes to mind. I grab the door handle and pull. He notices me scrambling and struggles to grab me.
Hold up, you stupid fucking cunt.
glass breaking, loud thuds of something heavy hitting the asphalt, tires screeching. I think he grabbed me. I think he tried to pull me back in. I think we fell out of the limo. I think his body cushioned my fall. Doing alright considering the weekend is pretty much over. Yeah. But at least, hey, we had a weekend. That's something, no? Hope the weekend was good for you. Personally, it was good for me. Well, I got some rest. And I had some, like, you know, just downtime. Which is always nice. But I'm struggling to process what's going on. It's like I'm blanking out. When I come to, he's already attempting to get up, cursing under his breath. The limo has stopped a little further in, but whoever the driver is, he's not coming out.
Fucking...
When he stands up, he will be out for vengeance. He's an older vampire who knows how strong he is. I need something that will give me the advantage. I played up so much Voices of the Void. Voice of the Void does ring a bell. What is that? Let me have a look. Voices of the Void. I love how it's instantly like, do you want to have the wiki? Oh, it looks a bit like... Oh no, never mind. It's some kind of survival thing. You manage a scientific radar station. Okay. And the spooky stuff happens. Ooh, spooky. The pepper spray. Of course. Probably won't be as effective as it would be on a living person, but it's still worth a try. I limp over towards the asshole, disarm the device, aim towards his eyes, and unload the entire canister. It worked. It actually worked. I keep up the offensive. I punch him, kick him, throw him around. I pummel him. I smash his head against the curb. I struggle to harm him in whatever way I can, like a frightened animal. I don't know how long it lasts. Might be 1 minute, might be eternity. The driver steps out of the limo to help his boss, but once he sees what I'm doing to him, he runs away in panic. Feels good. Feels absolutely horrible. Once I'm done, I sit on the curb and scream my lungs out to avoid crying. Then I look at him. He seems shocked, barely hanging on. I know what I've done was extremely stupid. I did hear how he's one of the most influential figures in this city. That's probably why he never expected to get his ass whooped. Especially by someone like me. When he speaks again, his voice is pathetic. Surprisingly close to whimper.
You'll pay. You fucking pay, you lost, mislaid, and abandoned property of a woman.
He's unwell, talking nonsense. I approach him again. You wanted to have me whacked. What do you think, I'm stupid?
You needed to be taught a lesson.
Well, would you look at who ended up teaching who? Now talk. Tell me everything you know about Callahan's final death. All of it.
Go to hell. You can fuck me up over bed you want. I'm still not going to tell you shit. You try anything, there will be consequences. There will be retribution. My mouth is shut.
It might be my last chance to solve the case. But if I don't force him to talk, he won't. There's a burgeoning thought in my mind, but it scares even me. Do I dare to push him to the edge? Make him suffer until he squeaks? Ooh, do we? We've been good persons so far, but I kind of feel this is a like good good person run. Part of me is like, heck yeah, just get him there, right? Like tie him to a chair, put him in front of a window and be like, let's go watch the sunrise together, motherfucker. I want to say I will do whatever is necessary. I mean, honesty is the best. Loyal to the end. Not into a bad cop shtick. Glass is half full. He will not tell us what we want if we let him go now. And the rules very much don't apply like they normally do. Fuck it. I will do whatever is necessary. The ends justify the means. Oh no. No. Know thyself. Oh no. It's only one in perilous circumstances that we discover who we really are. Are you happy with what you found out? Obtain 5 traits. Oh no. Well, I'm sure you will open your mouth if I do this. I put his shin against the curb.
Wait, what?
And kick with all my strength.
Oh!
It's a compound fracture. Barely managed to suppress my gag reflex. Feels like I'm dissociating.
You fucking psycho. You fucking psychotic bitch.
He's actually weeping, like a child. Who wouldn't? Who wouldn't? Like a child. It totally shatters the tough image he was trying to project earlier. Like this is the first time anyone has ever used physical violence against him. What if it is? You either start talking or the other leg goes. Then the hands. Then I will get creative. We mean it. Try to collect myself and put his other leg against the curb.
I'll talk. I'll talk. I'll fucking talk.
The kick connects. It's a light one. A sadistic feint. Still manages to get a pathetic whimper out of him. Then talk, but this had better be good. He looks at me with pure fury, then begins to speak through clenched teeth.
You want to know who was in Callahan's office before he died, little lady? Everyone. Fucking everyone and their mother was there. Bender Vaden, Ailing, Arturo and Panhard. That Khmer douche motherfucker, Torque. With his sidekick, all of them. Callahan thought that the only way out was to pit them all against each other, or to ally with every single one of them. Little did he know it was in all of their best interests for him to just fucking die.
It's good. It's great. But who killed him?
I have no fucking idea.
I won't do. Once again, I put his leg in a potentially disastrous position. In response, he starts howling maniacally.
You fucking sadist! You fucking monster woman, I really have no idea.
Kept complaining to you about me. Who's responsible for getting rid of the evidence?
Everyone did. Goddamn Callahan had dirt on everyone and antagonized everyone. So it took everyone to fucking bring him down. All evidence is gone, every theory is equally true, so none of it is. Don't you see, you fucking cunt? Everyone is complicit, so nobody is. Why the fuck do you think Sophie Langley is no longer around? Why is Torque no longer pretending to be a revolutionary? Why are free agents involved? Why are they shutting you up tomorrow?
Shutting me up? Who?
Can't you connect the dots, you dumb whore? What are you, fucking retard?
I hate when they have to use the R word. Somebody's about to get... Julia. I look back over my shoulder and see Kadir. Bloody hell, what is wrong with you? Kadir, you're out of control. This is why I didn't want you to get involved. I had a hunch. A hunch that the moment you get a whiff of true power, all brakes will be off. Look, you're talking nonsense. You're out of your damn mind. I should have... You in for a potential Masquerade breach. Just let me explain myself. This ugly fucker tried to have me beaten, maybe even killed. Don't you care about that?
I have no idea, Sheriff. No idea. She's dangerous, psychotic.
Shut the fuck up. Can't control myself. I kick him where I know it will hurt him the most.
Ah, my fucking leg.
Stop these right now, you goddamned idiot. I freeze in place. I've never heard him use that tone with me. I will take care of you in a moment in my car, Kaiser. Hold on. I'm not done questioning him yet. It looks like there's some major conspiracy too. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, and you're gonna be glad I leave it at that. ... If you do that, I'm gonna have to assume you're complicit. That's worth 2 strikes in my book. You don't want to risk a third. So that's that? Tell me, what was all of my footwork even for?
We'll be seeing each other, little lady.
Can you hear this? Go home, Julia. But go home. Fine, I will. But before I do, I take a quick peek into Kaiser's limo, still abandoned a little further down the street. Skip the church visit again tonight. I want more time to finish this report. Who knows? It might be my final one. I want to spend more time with Dakota. Yeah, just forget about the rest of the world. ... A lot happened tonight, but I can still manage to be at our apartment an hour earlier than usual. Should be glad. I sneak into the apartment as silently as possible, trying to surprise her. When I reach the bedroom, I see something unexpected. It hits me like a ton of bricks. At the beginning, I can't properly parse the sight. But when I finally understand what I'm looking at, it causes a wave of terror and disgust to swell up inside my chest. ... What the fuck? ... A lot of dotting. She's shocked to see me. Doesn't know what to do. She's like a deer in headlights or a schoolgirl poorly trying to hide her misdeed from a teacher. You're early? Yes, I am. These are my clothes, Dakota. These are my cigarettes. That's my jewelry on the table. Yeah, I was, and I'm pretty sure... God almighty, I thought I was just being neurotic when I noticed something dreadfully familiar in you. I can't explain. Please, do explain. ... A good 10 seconds of awkward silence pass. I can see her spending an eternity in her head. This isn't what it looks like. I'm not even sure what they're trying to imply. Is she dressing as Julia and that's a problem, or... Oh my god, it's exactly what it looks like. I will just come out and say it. Dakota. Are you single white femaling me? What does that mean? Am I not young and hip enough to know what they're talking about? It all makes sense now. No, come on. What? I thought I was the leech in this relationship. We watched that movie together. We made fun of Jason Lee together. A roommate stalking and imitating her own roommate? Ha ha ha, what a concept, right? But I was being fed on in a far more sinister way without knowing it. Don't be silly. So she wants to be her or what? Silly? I've never been this serious with you. So whenever she put on my makeup, whenever I used her as a mirror, was she always hyping me up because she wanted to live vicariously through me? So many little things make sense in retrospect. The little ways you kept modulating your speech after me. The weird ways our tastes were always compatible. Some of your art feeling so familiar. None of it would trigger any alarms by itself, and yet she's as humanly embarrassed as possible. Julia, listen. Don't fucking touch me. I can barely think of anything more repulsive than being put on a pedestal like this. Like the other person's begging me to perceive them as someone worse, not outright subhuman. Don't be like this, just don't. You know, this would probably be infinitely more palatable if you talk to me like a person here, not like, I don't know your fucking mommy. I don't know, comma, your fucking mommy. Not, I don't know your fucking mommy. ... You know what? Fuck you! I've been locked in this apartment by myself because of all the pandemic shit going on. It's fucking me up. I know you have it hard right now, so I didn't want to bother you. What the fuck? I don't know what it means, honestly. I've no clue what white girling means. Or white femaling, white woman, no idea. Yeah, I was counting on you to ask about how I'm feeling. Babe, how's your work-life balance? Are you feeling claustrophobic? Hey, is it just me, or is our drug supply weirdly shrinking too fast? But no, you are too much of a self-centered bitch. You regularly suck me dry, and it's okay, but the moment I entertain the thought of taking something in return, I'm crossing a line? Oh no, I'm a member of an immortal elite secret society. It's so hard to cope. Dakota, whenever I gracefully decide to visit our apartment, let's just do what I enjoy until the pain stops. Fuck you. She has a point. Fuck you. Sincerely, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. There's nothing you can do but take, and you should have learned by now that just taking won't make you happy, you big dumb bitch. Stop, just... I don't know what to say. I feel disgusted, both with her and myself. Just stop. Dakota breaks down crying. She grabs a jacket and a purse, then runs out of the apartment. I don't try to stop her. I stand there for a short while in silence, and then lock the door. Did she take her keys? I don't know. I don't know if I care. I desired for someone else, not for myself. Or a way to open a different world, not get locked back in mine. I collapse onto the soft bed. I smell her perfume. I always liked it, but now it makes me slightly nauseous. I try not to think of Dakota. I think of Kaiser. I think of Kadir. I think of Callahan. No matter what I think of, I sense doom. I feel that I've just sealed my fate, whatever it may be. Everything's fucking sucks. Back into the void. Back into the void. Back into the void. Scream bloody murder. Receive a complaint about your methods and react accordingly. Okay. I feel somehow these choices that we've made so far have been like very, like, you know, without consequence. For me, it always starts with an image. An image which might be vaguely eerie or interesting, but usually not an image that would provoke particularly strong feelings by itself. Usually it hides a mystery, that much is correct. But that mystery doesn't exist without a text, or more specifically, a context. Context is everything. One way or another you need to process what you're looking at. Maybe that context will be something you've heard or overheard. Maybe although it's quite rare and pretty special, it will be your very own creative, captivating, complex interpretation. Ghost of an idea. Is this half-forgotten memory of something unspeakably beautiful I will never ever see again? Can't they just watch videos of the sunset? Or will that also kill them? Just a scene from a movie. Fragment of a music video, an animation? Or maybe this really is the last thing Kellen ever saw in his own life. Warm sunbeams caressing his skin and turning it to ash. Giant ball of fire engulfing his body in flames from 93 million miles away? Was he terrified? Was he grateful? There's no will, no suicide note, no nothing. Instead, we can only count on what the local historians will write, presumably letting their biases shape the narrative one way or another. What am I looking at here? A horrible, laughable hall of mirrors? A creep who I never ever want to see again? A vampire much more despicable than myself. Or maybe someone who loved taking care of me and deserved to be cared for in return. Funny thing, whenever I was high as a kite, mentally lost in dimensions parallel to ours, she was my anchor. We shared history. My feelings for her were an anchor. Matthew McConaughey. Returning to his estranged daughter from the other side of the cosmos, from beyond the event horizon, guided by nothing but love. Jesus Christ, are they making an Interstellar reference right now? Then, whenever I got back to planet Earth, for a week or two, I was haunted by a memory of that affection. I was the best possible version of myself towards her. But that haunting always refused to transfigure into something real. What gradually took this place were angry, disappointed thoughts, and among them one thought that I was actually always trying to suppress. I need someone who'd know how to raise me up spiritually. All I have is a sycophant who always working her ass off to lift me up without understanding what I need. It's hurting us both. That's a very tough and sad realization, but it seems to be necessary. Having these words pop into my head hurt me, because they had a ring of truth to them, but also because I knew there must be another narrative. A better narrative. I was just too stupid to find it. Story of my life. Story of my unlife. I still have no idea what I think about this city. I had my the best city in the world face. I had just a playground for wealthy fucktards face. And I'm in search of a better description. One day, probably, I will stumble upon like a piece of writing or a prestigious TV show scene that will contain just that. Hello Alex, hello, hope you had a good weekend. and suddenly I will look at this place with new eyes. Or maybe I won't. It's like the frustrations I had back at Lodestar. All these words constantly trailing behind reality, trapping you in useless mindsets instead of bringing enlightenment. Fuck all those flashy writers whose main concern is furthering their own brand. Douchebags who present you with the limited, pathetic, depressing realities where they are kings. Fuck them all to hell. We need words that will paint a brighter future before our eyes. But what if that can't be done without interpreting interpreting. I don't know why I say preting when it's interpreting the past first. What if we haven't even defined the ills and threats correctly? Once again, my thoughts return to the same visual that has been tormenting me for almost every waking moment of this past week. A senseless demise devoid of any context, a crime scene stripped of evidence, an image created by an unknown artist designed to leave you dumbfounded. The investigation is over. All the possible avenues explored, all the non-testimonies are in. No concrete evidence found. The play is almost complete. The actors ready to leave the stage. It is what it is. I felt as a detective, maybe through no fault of my own, but again, it is what it is. This case, this scene, this picture never needed an investigator. From what I understand, all the people in charge ever wanted was a talented writer. ... What if... a ghost of an idea? When I wake up, Dakota's still not here. I don't know how to feel about that, so I just don't. Kadir hasn't left any messages by the door. Still that mad, huh? He will probably appeal to the court to take me off the case, and if half of the garbage Kaiser was spouting is correct, he shouldn't have much trouble convincing everyone. ... I look in the mirror and stare at my warped non-reflection. This place is upsetting. You need a change of scenery, girl. The depressing streets of a lockdown New York City will do. I think of God. Maybe that's why I half-consciously picked the cathedral as my destination. I think of the silver cross adorning my chest. An empty signifier. Whenever someone asks me why I wear it, they hear a different story. I think of these silhouettes that I keep spotting from the corner of my eye. No, I don't even want to imagine what that means. I feel what it means, and it makes me nauseous enough. Think of my clan, so closely tied to the Catholic Church. It's a loveless marriage, so to speak. Like, for example, the one between my parents. I think about the great irony of the La Sombra truce with the Holy See. We are the only ones who stay as close to the Lord's light, even though we're certain we will never even reach it. Some of us, shadows, have visions. Visions of comrades who departed this world recently, traveling through some abstract space. One that's disturbing and astonishing in equal measure. They almost reach whatever afterlife there is for our kind, but then get caught and consumed by a dark, monstrous silhouette. The rumors is our antediluvian wasn't stopped by his final death. He's still out there, behind the shadows, taking revenge for our patricide, feeding on us like Saturn devouring his children. Antediluvians, the forebearers of every kindred belonging to the 13 vampire clans. These vicious bastards of the third generation created the world as we know it, and some features of our blood are said to have originated with them. Thanks for cutting me out of the internet, you Mesopotamian dickweed. As well I'd say if I didn't have a premonition. We might see each other again someday. Somehow. For a second I was like, is she talking to me? But no, she's talking to her antediluvian. She's talking to La Sombra. As Dakota would say, it might not be factual, but it is an emotional truth. From joining the Camarilla to panically scrambling for any safe house. It's like our elders are solely motivated by fear. Ayo, 10 streams, wee! I mean, we both know it has been more, but... The sins of our fathers are catching up with them, and it's young, kindred like me who are given responsibility to clean up their mess with a constant sense of doom looming over the horizon. We don't talk about salvation anymore, just minimizing the impact of damnation. It's no way to live, but then again, maybe that's why they call it unlife. Shit, it's been a while. Hello, lost sheep. I'll have you know, this shepherd was extraordinarily patient in waiting for you. I forgot what voice I gave him, so he's now kind of this. What are you doing here while the night is so young? Out for blood? Well, you're in luck. This place offers both the body and blood. If missionaries learned their methods from pickup artists, they would all be like this guy. I'm not in the mood, you sorry-ass bum. Step the fuck away from me or you're gonna be sorry. Oh my, something's troubling you, so I can arrange a confession. Or if you're in a hurry, keep in mind the path from inner turmoil begins with a friendly ear, and I've got one right here. Kurva jabana tvoya. You want me to fuck you up, don't you? Don't you? Julia, as you should know by now, I always interpret this kind of response to preaching the divine as the devil stirring inside. Is that what it is, Julia? The liar and the father of lies got a hold of your soul? If so, give me a signal, even the smallest one. I'll do my best to spot you. Something swells up inside my chest. I recognize the feeling. The handbrake just broke, and I'm definitely not on level ground. Fuck. Here we go. Listen, I've had enough, alright? Enough. Enough of your sanctimonious attitude. Enough of your brazen lack of basic empathy. Enough of your dumb, ugly fucking mug. You're a fucking singularity of stupidity, tastelessness, and cringe. I've met all sorts of horrible shitheads and assheads this week, and somehow none of them got under my skin the way you do, you motherfucker. Like a goddamn Jehovah's Witness going from door to door, except you're always knocking on my fucking skull going, hey, do you know God exists? Have you heard that God exists? Like, hold on, hold it right there. When did I ever say that God exists? ... What? I said what makes you think I believe God exists. Oh, now you're just fucking with me. No, I'm serious. Well, you sound serious at least. I'm actually speechless. I think there's been some sort of silly misunderstanding that desperately needs to be cleared up. I'm all ears. I sure hope so, Julia. I feel like you must have ignored half of what I've been saying to you for you to reach these conclusions. That's very well possible, actually. It usually takes 15 seconds of him talking to get me to completely zone out. So, to avoid any further mix-up, I will go back to the beginning and explain the core of my religious beliefs, okay? So, I love the Catholic imagery. I cherish the tradition and lore. I adore the practices, the intricacies of the theology, the messages contained in the Bible. Of course I do. Does that mean I believe that one day I will see the big dad in the sky? Forgive me, Lord, but I don't think so. Doesn't sound very likely, especially for a bloodthirsty creature of the night. So, that's what this is about? Fun imagery? That's overly simplified, but yes, I suppose you could say that. I mean, he is a Toreador, so it's on brand. Motherfucker, you ain't Catholic, you're just a weirdo cosplayer. Says a non-practitioner who still wears a cross. Yeah, but I don't shove it down people's throat for fun in my spare time. I'm simply trying to share the joys religion has brought to my own life with others. What joys? Oh, where to start, when there are so many? The joy of having plainly understandable rules to follow, the joy of having a structure to your life, the joy of always knowing where to find people who share your values. Above all, it's the joys of being an aristocracy, surrounding oneself with exquisite luxurious architecture, beautiful classical music, ornate rituals formalizing our actions and relationships. A pursuit of virtue separating you from the masses, the hierarchies, the communities, or serving an idea greater than themselves. It's like monarchy, or some Camarilla traditions, but not as gauche. True. So, that's what it was? You saw pretty paintings and buildings and thought, hell yeah, I want in, and then you just decided what they mean to you? Oh, don't get me wrong. It's real faith that brought me to the fold, but eventually I whittled down this religion to its core, to what interests me. Unbelievable. But don't think for a second I wasn't apathetic when I was trying to convert you. You are the embodiment of existential despair surrounding us. The one that people usually try to drown out with drugs, sex, work, Netflix. Pick your poison. All of them. Temporary copes. Empty yourself, kill your ego, get a routine, join a community, ground your morality in something tangible. Start perceiving yourself as a part of something greater. All of it. A good advice by myself, but confined in, appealing, otherworldly aesthetic, one that keeps the beast at bay. One you're almost fitting into the way you are. What's there to hate? The beast. A bottomless pit of savagery and hunger. Always under the surface, begging me to lose control. All vampires have it. Some worse than others, and it comes in many flavors. I don't know what would happen if I gave in to this urge, but somehow I doubt I'd like it. Unbelievably, you're a goddamn lunatic. He looks to the sky. Father, forgive them. They don't know what they do. Stop that. Your entire ideology is just aesthetics, you fucking loon. And how exactly do I differ from anyone else nowadays in this regard? I mean, there are some people who actually believe. Stop arguing semantics. No, you stop. Just look at yourself, a privileged burnout who refuses to invest herself in anything. Only started committing to anything when for once in your own life you were forced into a politically charged, dangerous task. Once it's over, you'll be back being a nameless brat. Desire to murder increases. Ever since World War II, I've been watching every person, every ideal I cared about wither and disappear. That's the source of my pain. That's the reason I am what I am. The source of your pain? A thing that defines you? People have been mean to you. Fuck off. People in third world countries keep their heads high while suffering from every sort of horror. But you have a complete mental breakdown every time You remember you have mommy issues? Wow. Classy. Oh, don't act like you have the high ground here, you oblivious sadist. All I'm saying is, everyone has different framework, a different lens to view their suffering through. Yes. And if there's one thing abandoning your humanity should have shown you is that kind frameworks are not enough. Petty vendettas, childish romances, pointless power struggles, the dumb gamble that's chasing a successful career, mommy and daddy issues, sure, why not? Pain and pleasure dictate everything. Everyone wants something bigger than this. They want to escape from this drudgery. They want psychedelia, but permanent. They want to stare at God's face, even if he does not exist. Can you show them how? Accept the cross you're wearing into your heart, Julia. ... Accept it. Creepy fucker. Just accept it. Alright, that will be enough, Benoit. The mood changes in an instant. The sight of Father Leonard takes us both aback. Father, what are you doing here so early? You two are arguing so loudly I had to come out and check. Even if, with all the panic on TV these days, simply walking outside feels like marching into a war zone. Yeah, I'm sorry. You should be. I was willing to turn a blind eye to your quirks because I believe you have your heart in the right place mostly. But I'm very disappointed in the way you approach folks in need. Right now, Benoit Segal is displaying all the confidence of a scolded teacher's favorite. But I was just trying to guide her, to set her on the right path. I know, Benoit, I know, that's the problem. The sacristy is open. Please head there right now. We need to have a long talk. Get me some coffee if you wish. But, Benoit... He slowly slinks away, looking defeated, deflated, debased. I burn the moment into my retinas, etch it into my soul, kind of hoping I'll never have to see him again, and this is how I'll remember him. Father Leonard watches him closely until he disappears from sight, then turns to me. I feel sorry for him. I keep hoping he might find some basic empathy through faith, but all I've done thus far is let him leave you at the end of your tether. Yeah, that's some faith he has. Are you okay with all the bullshit he's spouting? Well, I don't exactly support it, but I don't reject it. It's like attrition and contrition, imperfect and perfect repentance, you know. One is focused on a relationship with God, the other is selfish and focused on personal gain. But both of them work. Yeah, but doesn't this strike you as completely missing the point? A bit, but purely secular takes on Christ's teaching are nothing new. Pascal's Wager is a boring sample, but have you by chance read Bulgakov's The Master and Margarita? Sure, back in Poland, every teen trying to look intellectual online loved to repeat that joke about the talking cat who swears he'd never pour vodka for a lady because women deserve pure alcohol. That's one takeaway from that novel, I suppose. I read it as a moving depiction of Christ who's not a divine being, stripped of mythic quantities but open for transcendence. Jesus and Satan understood as powerful forces battling within us. would have to read it again. It's been too long. Sounds nice, though. I stretch lazily and take out another smoke. Leonard watches me closely before speaking up again. Julia. 4 hours from now, there is going to be a meeting in the Elysium. The big finale of celebrations of power. Everyone will be there, but they were counting on you to not show up. The good sheriff plans to present the results of the investigation in your stead. It's a simple, crude strategy. Might work, but begs to be countered with an outrageous tactic. Take it as you will. The game is about to end. Momentarily, I'm left dumbfounded. All I can muster is an eloquent... Eh? Oh, don't ask me. I'm just the messenger. Who relayed this message to you then? A good friend. A cautious friend. Wouldn't be able to tell you more than that even if you forced me to. Well, shit. This is the moment that might decide the rest of my days. What would you do in my place, Father? When I was faced with a dilemma that would shape the rest of my life, the world felt too big and scary and impossible to understand, so I simply escaped from that choice into the seminary. Yeah, if that's your idea of good advice, I'm gonna have to ask you to shove it. I would expect nothing less. If your idea of a suggestion of some advice is to just run away, no. Don't you regret it? Regret what? You're kind of shady, but don't seem like a bad guy. Still, you have to accept the people above you are responsible for some horrible things. If our superiors' acts count as our own sins, then on the face of it, probably half the people in this world are irredeemable. Clever, but not a real answer, and being a low-level grunt for assholes you find wholly objectionable, there we go, is no way to live. I don't know, is it? I finished the smoke in silence. I have to go. Don't know if and when we'll see each other again, but when that happens I probably won't be the same old me. Of course. But before I leave to scold Benoit, let me say one more thing. Yeah? These are difficult times. My parishioners keep calling me. The things people are going through they might never admit, but if this keeps up, it will cause horrifying invisible damage to this nation. A dreadful darkness is killing us all little by little. And like every powerful evil, it manifests itself little by little. And yet, sinful as it may be, I confess to being strangely excited. For a moment, we're seeing this suffocating normal disappear. This is the time to dream a new world is possible. Walk these empty streets, Julia. Remember how the city feels right now. Bask in its shadows and uncertainties. After the apocalypse comes the great rebirth. The Emic Noctis awaits your next report with great curiosity. I give him a nod and I sprint away. Now I know what I must do. Do I? Do I now? Hey, Moon, my lone constant companion. When I moved here for good from you, you know, the old country, you were the only close friend who kept me company. Never felt in the right place back there, never felt in the right place here. Especially now when I'm not quite alive, not quite dead. Not that Slavic, not that American. But maybe it's about time I finally carve out some space for myself. I know I missed a couple of streams, but I'm also lost in the plot. Okay, so I can explain the plot to you. So, there are two major factions in New York. There's the Anarchs, who are kind of like rabble punks, and there are the Camarilla, who are the we are totally the best and we make rules vampires. The leader of the Anarchs was killed. And we, as the underdog, who no one really likes, were tasked with the job of, hey, you find out who killed him. And you know, we found a hint. We asked some people who were hiding, and in the end, we found out by pissing off a bunch of people, like that. Everyone in the upper brass, everyone that pretty much everyone that we talked to, I mean, is involved in the murder, and they all also helped hide all the evidence. And we got too close, and we got pulled away now. Because we kind of beat up an infomonger. Because he was about to beat us up. And then stuff with our girlfriend happened on the side, which honestly I don't get that part. And I guess the higher-ups in the church, which are actually vampires, are like, hey, this is fun, just keep going. So now we have to make a decision because the sheriff wants to present the results of the investigation. Yeah, have the talk with Kyler and the girlfriend. Yeah. And I guess we get to decide whether or not we want to crash the party and be like, yeah, actually, no. This is not how it happened, because most likely Kadir will just be like, okay, so we totally found out nothing. Maybe, I don't know, honestly. But apparently we figured out what to do now, except I didn't. It's been a long road, hasn't it? ... Wish me luck. I catch him in front of the art hole because, of course, he had to be the first person I met there. No way. No. I'm gonna be the laughingstock of the entire city if I don't show up to the resolution of my own investigation. How about you demonstrate a modicum of courtesy? Courtesy. Girl, I should put you on trial. I can't guarantee I eventually won't. You've messed with Kyder, the Emilian's green Grice of the city. Beaten him to a pulp like a random goon. He will do everything he can to destroy you from now on. And my bet is he'll succeed. Whatever will be, for now, at the very least. I'd like to show the court I'm not a baby fledgling who can't see a task she was given to the end. You're making a huge mistake. How did you even learn this meeting is happening in the first place? Maybe I'm not as trash an investigator as you thought I was? I never said, but you're showing it. ... That's not the fair assessment. I wanted to finish this whole mess myself, for your own good. It would be nice if you'd ask what I think next time. I'm actually pissed off he tried to pull this off without me, but I'm not letting it show, counting on being able to guilt-trip him into submission. His deep sigh of resignation proves that my tactic was successful. Fine, bud. You will stay quiet. The whole time, no tricks, ifs or buts. But of course. ... This way. We step into the maw of the gallery. The celebrations of power are almost over. Everyone is back to their usual respective styles again, looking weary of each other's company, trapped in their own little worlds. The art hall is nearly empty now, and Kadir is gently strong-arming the last remaining nobodies into leaving the premises. Eventually, only me and a selected few New York Camarilla VIPs remain. Ah, Miss Savinsky, barely made it, huh? The asshole with the glued-on smile spots me first, and he's just as authentically enthused to see me as ever. So he finally showed his face around here. I wasn't sure if you'd join us tonight. Kadir made this meeting sound like a one-man show. The preparation took me a bit longer than I thought they would. I apologize. Are you, by chance, planning to surprise us with something? Well, if I was planning something, it wouldn't be a surprise if I told you now, would it? Can I have everyone's attention, please? We're about to begin. Everyone remaining in the building gathers around Kadir. Ah, exciting. Is everyone present? ... Present. And accounted for? My prince. Yes, before we begin, let me welcome an unusual guest to our fold. She gestures towards a corner from behind which emerges a silhouette that would have never, ever appeared here under normal circumstances. Name's Torque. I'm the Baron of the Bronx. I was delegated here by my compatriots as an oversight authority. I'm here to observe the results of the investigation. Nothing more, nothing less. Let me stress this one last time. This is a one-time occurrence meant to alleviate the tension in the city, not a symbol of mutual recognition, not in the slightest. I peek at Addison's face to get a feel for how a hardline loyalist might grapple with this arrangement. His expression betrays no surprise, only a slight discomfort. If even he is fine with it, the prince must have been extremely convincing about the necessity of a temporary truce, or about some Machiavellian tactic she's got ready up her sleeve. Who knows? Of course, we might have irreconcilable... Sometimes words are just difficult for me. We might have irreconcilable differences. But there are times they have to be temporarily put aside in order to quell unrest and open paths for constructive, meaningful change. If anyone would like to voice their concerns, the time is now. Torque, Arturo, and Panhard exchange glances, Normally I'd consider it an innocent gesture. Knowing what I know, I roll my eyes. A stick or a carrot, Torque. What made you break and sell your compatriots? How much do you really know? If not, Kadir, may I? He steps into the middle of the room and clears his throat theatrically. First, let me plainly state that the conclusion I'm going to present is by no means my own achievement. It is the result of a tireless investigation conducted by talented kindred I won't name here. A telling glance in Torque's direction serves as a succinct explanation for why he refuses to call them by their names. And of course, Julia Sovinsky, whose ceaseless groundwork over the past few nights served as a foundation for the findings that are about to be reviewed here. Thank you, Julia. It's not the first time he sets out to oversell my achievements. As the sheriff, my role here is mostly representative. I spent the last few days overseeing the celebrations in Elysium, making sure no harm would befall anyone present. Luckily, none did. I misread as careless groundwork, and I feel that works as well. I mean, yeah. Looks like the prince's decision to move forward with the events was the correct one. And for that, we should extend our thanks to Kadir, and let us not overlook our guest to a degree. I managed to convince my key allies that diplomatic action is the only way forward in this case. No matter how wrong-headed the enemy can be, we still need avenues to negotiate and communicate. I'm curious how Tamika would react to him looking like a corporate bastard, designing the future order, dismissing potential for change that lies in unrest. No wonder she dumped him. Spare us the empty pleasantries and let Kadir move on. I don't have all night for this. Alright, I'll be concise. Douglas Boss Callahan's remains were found in his office by one of his ghouls first thing in the evening. The first kindred to confirm it was another anarch baron, Torque present here. A mystery book author would refer to the circumstances of Callahan's death as a classic closed room mystery. The metal door locked from the inside served as the sole way in. How did the ghoul then enter? There was no murder weapon, no useful testimony, and the evidence was, how do I put it, barely circumstantial at best. What was left for us was one hell of a puzzle. One where the answer couldn't even be approached using the tried and tested question, Cui bono? Why are we sitting on the ground? Why are we kneeling? There's no reason for us to be kneeling. We were presented with a poorly timed power upheaval, a tense situation where a long-planned celebration was endangered. Suddenly all of us were faced with an uncertain future. Everybody benefited, yet nobody did. No one was especially fond of Callahan, but it's not like anyone seemed particularly keen on removing him from the equation, especially at this time. For a moment we were sure this was the beginning of an offensive on the part of the Camarilla. Oh wait, this is Torque. Since when is Torque talking? Oh, since just now, okay. I was like, what? For a moment we were sure this was the beginning of an offensive on the part of the Camarilla. We started wondering just how violent our retaliation should be. And as for us, we were momentarily convinced that the Anarchs were plotting to blame us for their own internal power struggles. A tense situation resolved only thanks to skillful and swift diplomacy. Dare I say, yet another victory for our talented prince. Julia made to examine all the contacts Gallian might have had in his last days in both sects. Her efforts were tireless, and only rarely misguided. He just had to spit out at least one biting remark, didn't he? Oh well, he's probably just covering his ass. But as exhaustive as they might have been, they only served to muddle the possibilities, not explain them. Cullihan had a lot of enemies, but they were the most infuriating kind of enemies one can have. Folks who barely ever thought of him anymore. In other words, no one really had a particular interest in getting rid of him, because they could always simply work their ways around him. Just before last Christmas, he even witnessed the first ever successful first light raid against his extremely profitable blood trade supply lines. The lone ace up in his sleeve, a downright shady ability to perfectly maneuver around all SI activities gone. Cullian decline was apparent to all, and the domino effect made these empires slowly crumble. Up until recently, he's done an admirable job keeping up with the times and getting away with murder. But suddenly all of the prison spotlights were on him. The recent stories we heard about him all depicted depressed, downright manic, recluse, lashing out at everyone, struggling and utterly failing to fit into the new reality he found himself in. A closed room, no evidence of struggle, a lack of strong, wide units, I don't know that word. The corpse being found in the very early evening hours. Wide units? Oh, strong wide units. Maybe. The corpse being found in the very early evening hours. The conclusion is simple. Cullian's final death was self-inflicted. Suicide, to put it in simple terms. Oh, silence has filled the room. So, wow. That really is the angle they'll be pushing, isn't it? Let's hear it, Sheriff. I will explain. It was an independent detective who first set me on this theory. Only last night. There is no suicide note of any kind, of course, but the message our recent party sent might not have necessarily been a verbal one. The peculiar thing was the position of the body. It was like an arrow pointing at us to notice something. It appears the last thing Cullian saw in his own life was a portrait of Lord Castlereagh, the second Marquis of Londonderry, which is coincidentally where Cullian was born. At the most he was a reviled traitor. To most he was a reviled traitor, a heartless oppressor of all dissent, the main threat against each rebellion the Irish have gone through, successful in all ways but those that matter to his people. Some call him a tragic figure, holding together selfish allies against a common threat, always fighting for painful and unpopular compromises, ruined by overwork, sickness, and poor public speaking skills. Not hard to see why Douglas Callahan would empathize. Polite snickers, indeed, especially when you realize that the sickness in his blood, his failures, the hatred from his own people, and the growing paranoia led him to commit a dramatic suicide within his own four walls. Ah, I see. The assumption is, instead of stabbing himself to death with a knife or a pen, he decided to let their son embrace him in its warmth, Castlereagh's face burning into his eyes, a poetic final death. It's not the closure we might have wanted, but probably the best explanation of his motivation that we're going to get. Does everyone follow? A heavy silence fills the room. Nobody speaks up, except Prince Penhart. To me, it's all perfectly understandable, agreeable, and most importantly, it fits the man I've come to understand over the last 2 decades. Consentient murmurs resonate through the room. Agreed. And might I add, there were some irregularities in the handling of the crime scene, but the Anarch leader's findings suggest Callahan's resentful ghouls were to blame. Folks have been really happy to see him dead, is all I'm saying, and they went overboard with the celebrations. They've all been interrogated, though. Yes, I have received all the resulting intel, and it's done nothing to change my mind. The depiction of Callahan's state of mind only served to support this suicide theory. It is my suggestion that we all announce these findings to our respective communities first thing tomorrow night. Sounds reasonable, and I think that concludes this meeting. I'll let the Keeper of the Elysium do the honors. No time wasted, huh? Alright, does anyone have anything to add? Any questions to ask? Take your time. Silence. I look at everyone just sitting it out in perfect agreement. Congrats, everyone. Congrats us. We've achieved a perfect victory. No loose ends. No rocking the boat. No nothing. Makes you want to puke. How many of them contributed to this final report? How strongly does Kadir believe the shit running from his mouth? He's always been a Camarilla loyalist. Fanatic even, but... Miss Julia, any final statements? This is it. Now or never. If anyone can blow this pathetic charade wide open, it's me. There's no coming back from this road. And it has a cost. I've spent all of my life and unlife on social climbing, and the sunken cost fallacy is kicking in. Challenging them here might be my only way of ever making it out of the pit I'm in. On the other hand, maybe this is my time to head into the unknown. Kill my ego, at least temporarily. Shut up the voice of the elders screaming in my head. Betray my La Sombra instincts. Hell nah. Make all these ghosts go away and figure out something new, no matter how scary it might be. We are not gonna betray our La Sombra-ness. Nuh-uh. Do I dare? Or maybe I don't. I feel like there's an incredible prize to be won waiting right in front of me. I just dare to take out this revolver. Waiting right in front of me. If I just dare sit... Wait, where do I get sit from? If I just dare to take out this revolver with its single bullet I have hidden on me. And invite everyone here for a crazy game of Russian roulette. But I also get this foreboding gangster movie feeling, like this is the scene where the future mobster could have gotten out, but he didn't. In the end, did Callahan think all this splendor of the golden era was worth this pathetic end? It's like there are 2 selves battling for dominance inside of me. One of them has to die, the other gets to live. Honestly, it's a flip of the coin. I reflect on all the kindred I've met, lessons I've learned, choices I've made over the past few nights to make a decision. And then, feeling like I'm simply following the way I conducted this investigation to its logical conclusion, I respond, "Oh no! They go by this!" Ooh, God. Okay, well, let's see, hey? No. No! Why? Was it the last one? Were we... Oh no, what? No, I hate this. I like to think there's an awkward silence in the room as this train of thoughts chugs along. No, nothing. Kadir has done an excellent job of summing up the entire case. A barely detectable tension in the air disappears. This was the first time they might have had to reckon with something I said, but lucky for them, turns out they won't. Is it because I'm loyal to the end? Okay, but like, so this one, I feel, kind of goes to like, is like, okay, maybe they were right. They were allowed to do whatever they want. But I'm loyal to the end. Maybe that one plays into it as well, but like, honesty is the best policy? I don't know. I don't like this ending, no. Well, looks like that's all, folks. Yes, looks like it. Excellent. Might I be going now, then? Places to be, kindred to see. Took the words right out of my mouth. You can't see it in some of their faces. Everyone is happy. Samira, will you escort Mr. Torque out? Me and Thomas will have to appease Mr. Payne for disrupting the sanctity of the Elysium. Certainly. Tomorrow night, we're back to being enemies, of course. Of course. Isn't that just what you wanted to hear, Addison? Oh, spare me the condescension, Helen. During the commotion, I'm approached by Kadir. He looks me in the eyes and makes a show of exhaling deeply. I have to go and see everyone back to safety now. But thank you for not pulling any stupid tricks. I really appreciate it. Who did you think I am? Someone else, and I apologize for that. Sometimes you just see something and completely misinterpret it. We'll think about how to handle the future, particularly the Kaiser issue tomorrow, alright? I don't like this. If I'm even here tomorrow. He pats me in the back with a short, awkward smile. See you then. Everyone slowly scatters, but I just sit there, keeping eye contact with the only person here I still have some unfinished business with. The art hall should have its doors closed now, but nobody considers it's weird that I'm staying. After all, the only person that is still accompanying me is the keeper of the Elysium. Aren't they a happy bunch? All's well that ends well. People were getting nervous, like you really had some good cards to play. You're a poker player? Occasionally. It's a very socialite thing to do. Played with Jennifer Tilly once. That probably is a reference I don't understand. Must be easy to keep a poker face with you. With, you know. I know. It does help. You do seem to know a lot about the cards other people are holding. Like all great games, poker does share some principles, lessons, and necessary skill sets with real life. I take out another smoke. This conversation is bringing the tension back, like two fencers carefully looking for a hole in each other's defenses. I found a file about you in Kaiser's car. Seems like he's worried about you, the only unpredictable variable in his equation. She's an American-Canadian actress and poker player. Okay, the more you know. Huh. See, that's the one card I didn't predict you drawing. Speaking of not predicting something, I was waking up tonight. I didn't expect a good friend would provoke me into coming here. Who might that have been? Not a lot of people in this room had an inclination to act friendly towards me in any way whatsoever. Gotta go, hope you get more satisfying ending. I mean, probably not. I might do a run on my own at some point, but not today. Have a good night, Wolf. Take care, thanks for dropping by. Sure looks like someone made a risky play. Even great players make dangerous plays sometimes. You know why? No idea. Boredom. It's boredom that gets you. Even when you love the game, there's always this fear that it might turn into a perfectly predictable series of optimal plays. Time to make a play that might not seem optimal at the moment, then a direct attack. You're not really Catherine Weiss, are you? I don't know who else I could be. Let me phrase it differently, then. You're not a Catherine the Weiss, the agitator of Prague, a Bruja elder causing turbulence all over the world, are you? Clan Bruja. Clan Bruja is made up of the revolutionaries, the contrarians, the oppressed, and the depossessed. Dispossessed. I don't know, that's a weird word. Too many S's. They have always embraced from the ranks of those who have gone against the grain, ranging from punks to gang members to professional bomb throwers. Though the clan adheres to no singular ideology. Like most organizations that prey upon the raw emotions of the young and disenfranchised, the clan's commitment to the ideals of those they embrace is usually only skin deep. Fledglings, embraced to fight and protest, are commonly referred to as rebels, punks, or rebel. She laughs. That file must have been pretty thorough. Kaiser knows what he's doing. That's why I'm afraid of what he might do to me, to get revenge. Rightfully so. Maybe I'll help him out in exchange for a favor. Snap out a La Sombra meddler, strike a partnership, promise to keep each other in check. ... If that was a joke, it wasn't very funny. And just so you know, I've made precautions. It was a bluff. Honestly, I expected more of a reaction. Kaiser's documents. Did they mention anything about Ostrava? They say that's where you were born. As Hanna Urbranova. Was unlucky enough to immigrate to New York City at a perfect age, with a pretty accent approximating that of Catherine. Honestly, explains a lot. Could you have told me that Ailing once organized a blood hunt after Katharina? That she was both a liability and too intertwined with the city's history to give up on her? A solution. You were deemed the most possible compromise by all the parties involved. The particulars aren't really described, just theorized that blood magic was used, maybe flash crafting. I do remember a few images. Her accomplice, Cissa Brace, Christoph, the man who caught me, apologizing that the others broke my jaw, as if he wasn't to blame. Violent brainwashing. But what's done is done. I might not be Catherine the Weiss. The Wise. I keep reading as Weiss, but I'm definitely Catherine Weiss now. I feel as good about the situation as I probably can. He's the brooding Batman, and you're the fun-loving Bruce Wayne. Zorro and Diego de la Vega? Something like that. A debutante who sleeps a lot and parties a lot. Only has to do something unpleasant from time to time. Do you hate her? Sometimes. But I mostly pity her. I've come to accept my fate, and I don't even feel much trauma when I see my jaw in the mirror. The way she does. Hello, Big Gun. Hello, welcome in. Some pig broke her centuries ago, and she still relives the assault every time she catches a glimpse of her own face. All that power, all that reach, all the appearances, still not enough. Don't get me wrong, but is there a point to all these questions? Oh, there definitely is. I think it was reading your file that made me ultimately decide against turning this investigation upside down. When did this happen? When did we read her file? When did we go through anything in Kaiser's place? Because I don't remember that. What was it now? An immigrant from Eastern Europe comes to New York City, takes the position he always expected to find herself in, is molded into someone who is no longer herself. The story struck a chord. I feel like you were maybe even ever so slightly pushing me to follow your way. To lose myself in a position of considerable power. I could see Julia Savinsky sharing Hanna Urbanova's fate. And to be honest, it scared the shit out of me. Catherine shakes her head. Funny. Ostrava is just 15 kilometers away from Poland's border. I know. Think I've been there once when I was a kid. Parents love to travel. Who doesn't? She takes my smoke, turns back, takes a deep drag and returns it to me. All of these long-established organizations, with time their practices always degenerate, started draining everything out of the participants, turn into a cycle of abuse aimed at no one in particular. But the funny thing is, if the victims aren't allowed into positions where they can perpetuate the abuse, they feel the abuse is aimed specifically at them. There's no winning move here. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? No. I think. You're making excuses for yourself. She desperately tries to stop it, but she laughs. Sounds a bit like a harpy screaming. I cannot do that, but it's strangely endearing. I take a drag of the cigarette she took from me earlier. My inner grade schooler excitedly informs me it's an indirect kiss. Let's walk outside. I need to close up shop. Dawn is almost here and we still need to talk about how to get you out of Kaiser's grasp. I nod and follow her to the street. So, I hear you've been living with a human. Yeah, it, didn't work out. Why is that? I don't know how this, do I dare call it, sisterly bond came to happen? And I know it can't last beyond tonight, but I'm savoring every second. She's been, turns out she's been single white femaling me, which I still don't know what the fuck that even means. I don't follow. I come home, I find her wearing my clothes, smoking my cigarettes, pretending to be me. The creepiest thing in the world. So you find that pretending to be someone else is the creepiest thing in the world? I see how it is. Oh, piss off. That's a low blow. Why would she do that? No idea. I just yelled at her and saw her running out. She's probably back home now. I hope. No, I don't. I don't know. I know it looks bad. Maybe you should just, ask her why she did it. And then make an uninformed decision. What are you talking about? That would be reasonable. I don't do that. She loses herself in thought for a moment, visibly torn whether or not to tell me something. This might just be a Katharina speaking, but I was thinking about you too and Carthage. Everyone is arguing with her about that name. Some people claim it has too much historical baggage. It's a myth. It didn't work. There were still vampires taking advantage of humans. But it's still a beautiful dream, and you two are like the embodiment of it. If you mean that apocryphal story where Carthage was not destroyed because Romans were greedy for land, but because kindred and kind coexisted there in harmony. That's a pretty deep cut, you know? How long ago were you embraced again?
I've been reading a lot to catch up.
The inner journalist slash former copywriter in me still refuses to die. Again, might as well be Katharina speaking, sending you to die for her pipe dream, but that's the best option I can think of to get away from here with the goal in mind. I'm listening. Head for the anarch-free state in California. Look for a man called Guilds. If you're alone, you might have to do a lot to prove yourself. If you're with your friend, you might have to do a little less. If you succeed, you will be able to fight for the noble cause of establishing New Carthage. It's hopeless, but no matter what tough act Kadir is putting on, still better than waiting for Kaiser to act. Might as well give it a shot and then see what's next. Thank you. Don't thank me, you idiot. I'm sending you to the west coast to die, just so you're not able here to blabber about me to Kaiser and so that I can please my boss. No scram, the sun is almost up. Sure, thank you. Nevertheless, even if just to piss you off some more, anything else I should know? Dot. I don't exactly know how practicing you are, not even Father Leonard knows, but in an hour of peril keep St. Jude, the patron saint of desperate cases, in mind. I'm not even religious, I mean, really, but in my darkest hour, someone told me to keep him in mind. Maybe I wouldn't be here if he didn't. Yeah, I know of St. Jude. In happier times, Mom used to joke he was the patron saint of her sex life. I see. Fellow Catholic Guild survivor, huh? A classic Eastern European upbringing. I'm not admitting to anything. Dot. Stay safe, Catherine, and thank you. See you again someday, somewhere, Julia. Although, probably not. Hello, Lotus. Hello. Coming right in towards the end of the game, most likely. But your presence is welcome. How are you doing? How was your weekend? I wave at her for the first and probably the last time and leave the Elysium behind. Hey. She's sitting on the bed. No, I keep doing this. You're good. Don't worry about it. She's sitting on the bed. It's obvious she was crying before, but it's trying her best to hold up. Hey. I mean, if this wasn't like right at the end, I would have even ended by now, but like, I'm not gonna be like, yes, next week we're gonna stream for 1 hour or like 45 minutes of the end of the game, which is basically just a massive cutscene that I have to read out. But yeah, I hope you've been doing well, Lotus. Where were you? I was finishing up my big investigation. She sniffs. So, how was it? Fucked it up big time. Didn't even put up a fight. Don't tell me you expected anything different. I did actually. Used to be a shining example of an investigative journalist. Maybe. I never felt comfortable being an example. That's fair. I'm doing good. I think I'm feeling better now. That's good to hear. I feel better, I think. That's good. That's really good to hear. Hey, Lotus. Oh no. No. What just happened? The game just crashed because I wanted to Did all of Steam crash? No. Well, there should be autosaves, because last time I tried to Alt F4, it just, like, threw me back after my choice. It's okay. It's a visual novel, so there is, did a lot of things crash? What's happening? Huh. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, we were here. I wanted to ask you about something. Do you know what Oh shit, the bed. No, right? I don't have to do everything again. That was... okay. Well, can I just quick skip through this? That was strange. Okay, well, I mean, we're clicking through this. What was you about to ask? I need the word in a second, so just give me a moment. Can I just... Okay. I can press escape as well as enter. Rah! Rah! Can I keep this pressed? No, of course not. Rah! Rah! This is now a clicker game. Why do they talk so much in a visual novel? Oh my god. Stop talking. We read all of this. Okay, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I swear to god, I'm not made for clicker games anymore. Okay. Oh my god. Almost there again. Take care of myself, okay. Let me take a sip. Let me stretch. Good. Yeah. Oh, Jesus Christ. Let me adjust my sitting. Oh my god. I cannot save, but we'll just pretend that I did. Rawr. Okay. Almost. Almost. We're almost there. Almost made it. Okay. Okay. Here. Okay. Lotus. I don't know if you know this. What is single white femaling? I have no clue what it is, but it is what apparently our girlfriend did to us. Now, I have no clue what it means. It's a single white femaling. Don't ask me. But I take it from that you also have zero idea. I'm looking that up. You're a dear. Because I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay, almost. Almost. We have to get through this dialogue. Okay, we're almost there. Whoa, we're halfway there. Okay, there we go. Hey. Where were we? What was it? Don't tell me. There we go. Whew. Okay, we caught up. Maybe I never felt comfortable being an example. The wince on her face proves that got to her. ... I'm not happy with who I am. Jesus. You're really copying me in every damn respect, aren't you? Fuck you. I'm being serious. I know. Not trying to be an asshole, or rather trying not to be an asshole. We really are two leeches who got stuck to each other, huh? Like a two-person centipede loop or something. Or a robot? Oh, fuck! Oh, I just found the button to freaking fast forward. Who's Hannah? never even noticed that their name changed. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Where... For fuck's sake. Accidentally... I swear to God. Give me a second. Oh my god, I fucking can't. Okay, give me a second. Because I noticed when the game crashed, my Discord also was like, how about I do weird shit as well? So give me a sec. Okay. There we go. Okay, looking it up and I still don't get it. That's okay. That's okay. Thanks for trying. Anyways, like an Ouroboros or a Mobius strip. I got lost in my own metaphors. I take out another smoke and slowly decide what to say. You're extremely good looking, kind, endlessly energetic. You've got a steady job as an artist and an even okay, that's cap. No artist has a steady job. Hey, 1 second. 1 second. Okay, here I am. Also, I noticed for some reason the game was zoomed in. No clue why. Well, oh, okay, I didn't even... I think I did skip some. Anyways, influx of cash. Why would you want to be someone else? You're extremely good looking, clever, talented as fuck, immortal, and eternally young. But you still have that horribly deep well of self-loathing within you for some godforsaken reason, and it fucks me up as much as it does you. Probably. Yeah, I get it, but... single white female? I will have to look that up. What the fuck is single white female? I now actually have to look at single white female meaning. blah, 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 blah. Okay, my god, I just... What does the dictionary say? Okay, so what does single white female mean? Single white female is a phrase used to identify a woman so described in dating contexts, in allusion to a popular novel. That does not... What the fuck? Since the film, single white female has come to describe an obsessive, malevolent, and manipulative female friend or romantic partner. In popular single white female disorder or syndrome is something used to describe such anti-so... What? It refers to the trope of a manipulative and obsessive female roommate who mimics her victim. A concept... Okay. So, it's a concept based on a movie from 1992 where you have a roommate that is obsessed with her roommate and mimics her. I assume before killing her, potentially, or something. Jesus Christ. That is a dated reference. It was an impulse. It was the first time I did it. I swear, I didn't know what got into me. That timing was just... Fuck. Yeah, Jesus. Indeed. Maybe I just wanted to see if I can be a better you than you. I don't know. Maybe I need therapy, but I'm tired of looking for the kind of therapy that feels like it works and it's not just brainwashing me. She might be lying. I don't want to believe she's lying. I choose to believe she's not lying. What do I have to lose? We're back to ... I think I want to give it one more shot. She raises her head. Do you? Yeah, I think I do. There's one condition though. She shoots me a cold look. What condition? Why does that sound low-key sapphic? Is it... What does that mean? Oh wait, you explained what that meant at some... can you explain it again to me? I don't know what that... Isn't sapphic just attracted to women in a lesbian way without, like, referring to yourself as a woman or something like that? Wasn't that it? I know it was something way too complicated for my simple mind. What condition? Yeah, like that. Okay. No, so if I get it correctly, it's basically you have one woman be so obsessed with someone they are living that they copy them, that they want to become that person. Yeah, after Sappho, the poet. The more I know, I'm learning something here. I told you I fucked up my investigation, but not how badly. Well, looks like I'm no longer safe in NYC. I need to run first thing tomorrow evening, and the only way out I see is a bunch of loons living on the west coast who are trying to bring about a utopia where humans and vampires could coexist. And that is on the west coast of America. Yeah, I don't buy it. It's probably even more dangerous than staying here, to be honest. Not to mention how dangerous it could be for you, and I haven't even figured out how we're going to get there safely, but yeah. I'm beyond tired of sitting on my ass, collaborating with monsters. This is the first page of the second chapter. There's a lot to take in. I know. I think I'm in. I know I'm in. ... You've got a future. You've got rich parents. You don't have to do this. She got fucking rich parents? In case you missed it, having rich parents is like a goddamn, I don't know, original sin in my book. Yeah, I've seen some toxic Yuri art of a female character obsessed with the other female character that she replaces her. I mean, maybe that's just, you know, artists or, you know, writers using that trope. I mean, it makes most sense in a, like, Yuri or, like, in a lesbian relationship, right? Like in this case. Or a sapphic one. But I guess technically it could happen in, like, any way, right? But it's harder for a woman to take the place and, like, act like a man. Just biological, you know. But I think it's just the idea of, like, you trying to become someone you live with. Actually become them, in a way. Because you want to live their life. I don't know. I don't want to coast on their money. I want to try doing something that fucking matters. Are you certain? About as certain as I am that the deep state exists. That's good enough for me. I'm off to sleep. The sun is probably already up. I'll pack up your clothes. What for? Are you planning to unleash Dark Dakota on me again? Come on, let it rest. Stop it. Don't say anything. As I said, trying not to be an asshole. It's a process. I was gonna say, stop being mean. The day went by and I woke up just like any other night. It was the first sunrise. Surprise. Dakota following through with the plan was the second. We're leaving the city. I don't know about her, but I'm kind of hoping it will burn the moment we leave. Fuck all these out-of-touch psychotic assholes who murdered Callahan and partied on his grave all week. Fuck the opportunists who couldn't even seize the moment and do what had to be done. Fuck this Temple of Mammon where truth is impossible to find. Fuck the Bronx, fuck Brooklyn, fuck Queens, fuck Staten Island, fuck Manhattan in particular. Okay, I'm done. I'm probably gonna try to stop at motels, drink from truckers and hitchhikers and whatever. Exciting. We'll be like a pair of serial killers prowling America's highways. Remember Near Dark? That nomadic vampire movie? That was a lot of fun, wasn't it? Of course I do. Is that what we're planning to do in the Midwest? Maybe. Maybe not. We'll improvise. It just hit me. Won't the motels and such be closed because of the virus, though? Shit. I don't know. I didn't think about that. Maybe I really should have robbed a bank and just paid the circulatory system goons to smuggle us to the West Coast. Now, whatever. Might be fun. Remember, you'll be the one paying for everything. I don't want to expose myself to anything, and I don't want to expose anyone to anything. I've seen enough shit-talking online about this exodus of New Yorkers who are probably spreading that thing all around the country right now. Gotcha. We should wash the car, I think, and you'll be disinfecting yourselves before any time we touch. Okay, that's just freaky. And maybe you should wear a mask? Nope. It's the land of the free and the home of the brave. I guess. Hey. Yeah? Do you love me? Of course I do. For now, at least. I still don't know if I love her. Or if I can even love anyone, for that matter. I'm a fucking monster, after all. I don't even know if we'll exist next month. The prospects are not looking good. But although I can't even see myself in the rearview mirror right now, I will remember this image of us leaving the city somewhat melancholic and somewhat hopeful forever. And maybe the meaning of this image will be clarified with time, or maybe I'll just force a more positive description on it, and that is what I'll believe. No matter what happens, if oceans of blood lie before us, I will make this a cherished memory. Whatever possible salvation still remains for me, this probably lies in the eye of another. This is the canonical bad ending. You have chosen to forfeit the game. I've not chosen shit game. What do you mean? You cannot tell me bad ending and be like, you've chosen this. No, I've not chosen anything. Excuse me? They went towards the end like, oh yeah, I have to choose now. But like, actually, all my choice now will depend on like the choices I've made when I had no fucking clue. I've made choices throughout the game, but like, what? How does any of that mean like, oh well, yeah, I just let them do whatever? Huh? None of them gave me the feeling that I would just allow them to do what the fuck they want. Oh my god. Okay, I mean, great game. I will play it again though, for myself. Or we do a speedrun at some point. Where just skip the dialogue and just go straight to the company pets. They have Batman as a company pet. And Ohio and Wiki. Okay, interesting. Anyways, I guess you really need to commit if you want to be evil. I guess I don't even know what choices you have to make though. How does one speedrun a visual novel? Well, I found out there is indeed a skip button. I just only found like skip is control apparently, which I could have just looked up, but I never did. But yeah, I mean, you know, I could just start new game, press control until a choice comes up, and then go from there. But I'm just like, excuse me? The game was like, oh well, you made a choice. I'm like, no, I haven't. Also, I don't know, like, I mean, then let's go. Not now. Not now, I already went over. I'll probably go... I mean, I'll probably make a question, like a poll, whether or not people want to do that maybe next week on Sunday before... I don't know how long the speedrun would take. Like, there's Dead End, which is... Rejoice, for death is not the end. There's a good ending. And there is a hidden achievement. So there's 3 achievements left. But yeah, I might just see whether or not people would be interested in doing that next week. If not, we will go to the next one. Because there's a third one. There is... what's it called? Why is this one in RPGs? This one doesn't belong in RPGs. This one belongs only in... Removed from RPGs. This belongs to visual novels. There is... Vampire the Masquerade Reckoning of New York. I feel like it's not listed in the speedrun database, so it's guaranteed to be a new world record. Hell yeah, and it would be recorded as well. But yeah, I might do that. I might do that just to see the good ending, because I feel like scammed. Thank you for the stream, even though I came, and by the end, your presence is always welcome and appreciated, Lotus. Let's have it. Oh my god, let's have a look. Let's mute this tab, so I don't have to hear myself. Let's see who is online. Let's see who I can yeet you guys at. There is is there anything there would be a Hollow Knight. There would be maybe I'll check you out. There is a there isn't. We could go to. Oh, this is art share, not actual drawing art today. I will just end. I don't feel like rating today, so I will just end. Huzzah! Hooray! Anyways, it has been a pleasure. It has been an honor. It was fun, despite me screaming towards the end. Thank you. I'll be back on Tuesday. We'll try to post the schedule tomorrow. If I don't, well, shit happens. Anyways,